Well, we got some tickets, man, and we got tickets. You better get on those lines right away.
Friday, you bastard.
Bunch of tickets right behind home plate. Jesus is doing all right. It's 10:02. Now, let's see. Do you say Happy Good Friday or Unhappy Good Friday? Is this like Yom Kippur to the Jews? It's like one of those unhappy holidays?
Maybe it's just Good Friday. Like, hey,
Well, every Friday is Good Friday.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Especially at 2 o'clock for me. But I don't know what you say. Well, happy holidays to you. Happy Easter. Get them eggs out, man. And we got tickets. Do we ever have tickets? Do we have tickets?
No.
What?
Yes,
Miguel said we had tickets.
Of course we have tickets. We always have tickets. We'll go see the
let's see. At 1400, look at the way those phones are ringing. Man, you people are such suckers. It's just so sad. It just breaks my heart. It just tears my guts out. Like somebody reaches inside you, like in, what the hell was that movie?
I don't know.
Alien.
Oh.
With Sigourney Weaver, where that thing was popping out of her pupik, you know?
Ooh.
Like somebody just reached inside and pulled your guts out. Anyway, what American city that you used to love has turned into a toilet? That was our poll question yesterday. I would have some more death results here, some more numbers, but I can't. There are so many deaths now that I can't keep track anymore. I say that with great despair, but it's just pathetic. I'm talking about soldiers, your people, who are dying every day in Iraq. And it just, they don't even make the news anymore. Maybe on the crawl, way down at the bottom, if you're sitting there reading for like several hours at a time, you might find out that a couple more Marines died here and a couple more over there, but it's not even worth talking about anymore, according to the news media, because it's bad for the government, bad for business. What American city that you used to love has turned into a toilet? Look at the way Miami just towered over everybody else. Look at that. We had 1492, which was a damn good year for Columbus.
Yes, it was.
1,492 votes, which is not bad considering there is nobody in town, and we started the poll after 11 o'clock yesterday. Not bad. Even Josh, whatever his name is, ain't too depressed about that. That's good. It's not bad. Miami, though, is bad. 739. Look at those people who made it what it is today. They're not saying that after seeing this poll. What they are saying, if you don't like it, get out. Adios. Key West, 138. Fort Lauderdale, 112. So only 3 cities had over 100 votes, and they were all in Florida. In fact, 4 of the top 5 were in Florida, with Detroit getting in there to mess it all up. Detroit was 4th with 93. That was my vote. Man, Detroit used to be so great and exciting. It used to be a vibrant. It was the capital of music. It was Motown. It was all of these things.
What happened?
And then all of a sudden they had those riots when they burned the city down in 1967, or at least parts of it, and never came back. So if you ever have a chance to go to Detroit, my best advice to you is don't. 93 for Detroit. Hollywood, Florida, 66, which used to be, I don't know that it was ever, well, see, the question is what city that you used to love. So it's all subjective. Not that Hollywood was ever that great, you think?
No.
Atlantic City, New Jersey, 56. L.A., 53, which was a late addition. It's a good thing for Josh. He got out of there before it was too late. Orlando, 48. Another Florida city. New Orleans, 48. And they were pretty passionate about that, too. New Orleans being a real toilet, so they said. And I agree. Patterson, New Jersey, 33. That, to me, is the real shocker, the fact that a city like... And look at this. Josh, Zach just faxed me back my poll.
Oh.
It's okay. George does that all the time.
Well, I thought you might want it again, just in case.
Now, what does this say? Go to lunaville.org for up-to-the-minute casualty reports. Oh. Okay, thanks, Pete. I don't want up to the minute, okay? I can't handle it anymore. It's grotesque.
Isn't that depressing to watch the numbers as
Not
as
just the numbers, but
by?
did you see the pictures yesterday? The kids in that tank? Oh, man, the one that was all bloody and the other one didn't have enough. They had to drag him out of there. This stuff is going on, and the public sits back, and all the cliches, we must never let this happen again, and we must, and he who repeats the mistakes of history, all this other crap, we keep doing the same things over and over and over again. You will be pleased to see, before I finish with the poll result, that at least over half of the public isn't buying the bull crap, because CNN asks, are you satisfied with Condoleezza's testimony from yesterday? 107,000 votes they've got, 107,647 to be exact, a couple minutes ago when I printed this out. Yes, 46%, 49,906, but no, 54%, 57,741. So 54 to 46% America is not satisfied with Condoleezza's testimony, and since that tend to go pretty much against political lines and the way people are feeling about things, all of these things, that ain't too good of a sign for the Bushmeister, as things seem to become they're unraveling. Let's see, Patterson, New Jersey, 33, which must really be a sewer, although it's in Jersey, so it speaks for itself. What a horrible state. Philadelphia, 32, which is right across from Jersey. Maybe it seeps over from Camden. Rochester, New York, 20, my hometown, which used to be a nice, kind of a nice place to grow up, not too bad. But now it's not too good. Flint, Michigan, 16. Camden, New Jersey, another Jersey city, 15. Baltimore, Maryland, 13. Indianapolis, 6. And Wilmington, Delaware had 4 out of almost 1,500 votes. So Miami wins hands down. It just ain't what it used to be. There's some real problems in Miami. Ever shop downtown Miami? I talk to people, like, for example, here in Toronto, and they'll say, well, what is downtown Miami like? Is it like downtown Toronto? And I go like that. Oh, yeah. We always go downtown to shop. When's the last time you were in downtown Miami, other than maybe at a sporting event?
Oh, the Heat game, that's it.
No, that's a sporting event, supposedly.
Hey,
listen, we got Heat tickets. We got Marlin tickets. We got Dolphin tickets. We got Panthers tickets. We got tickets for the Leafs, who are probably going to get swept now. That was a very, very disappointing and pathetic performance last night. They missed the bus to the arena, unfortunately. And, of course, it's only right here at the Air Canada Center, but they really stunk the joint out. It was bad. Ottawa looking far superior last night, beating the Leafs 4-2. It was very sad. Could be a very quick series, especially if Ottawa wins again tomorrow night. It'll be all over. Very, very depressing. But after all these years, I guess you ought to be used to it, right? I ought to be used to it.
Sure.
Anybody want any of those Panther tickets?
Hey, it was a fluky goal.
Okay. Oh, Rick 5, man, he's a real trip. Anyway, yeah, Bob Cole needs to be put out to pasture, by the way. You know Bob Cole, don't you, with that 4 strands of hair he combs across his head?
Sure.
Man, oh man, he's just brutal. Anyway, we don't want to talk about that because it's hockey. Nobody cares about hockey. Want some Panther tickets? Oh! We don't have any tickets. WQAM, hello.
Anyway, we don't want to talk about it. Neil?
Yes, sir, speaking.
Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good.
How about that showing of Don Terrell last night?
Yeah, how about that?
Oh, that was incredible.
Yeah. 3 hits.
Yep, 3 hits, man.
8 strikeouts.
9th dive there. You almost got that.
18,121 people there, and I'm sorry we don't have any tickets. He's just sucking around for tickets. That is the worst. Seriously, I don't want to pick on Joe Rose because he's a good guy, like I said the other day, but he's picking up where Pharrell left off, and I'm sure it's not Joe's fault. It's probably Miguel's fault or somebody inside. No, I'll tell you right now whose fault it is. Clarence. Only Clarence. I know Duff wouldn't do it because Duff is dead set against that giving away tickets on here. It's bad, horrible radio. It's an instant tune-out.
It's only bad when they call up and beg.
No, but that's what they all do. They humiliate and degrade themselves. I'm not talking about the Marlins. What do I give a crap about the Marlins, okay? They're off to a nice start. They're 2 out of 3. They're 2-1. That's good. They drew 18,121 on a day when nobody's in town, which I think that's pretty impressive. We'll see how long it keeps up. Huh?
Yeah, I'm still surprised.
Although Dontrell was pitching, which he's always brings out a lot of extra people, right?
It's true, yes, absolutely.
But I think that's fine. More power to him. I have nothing against him and nothing for him. But giving away, look at the way those lines are ringing now. They're frantic. We want those tickets, and we want some Heat tickets. Last season, and this is the truth. Now, keep in mind, this is the team that eventually won the World Series, okay? As we all know. Your world champion, Florida Marlins. We couldn't, George and I discussed it many times on the air, we couldn't give tickets away. Literally, we could not give them away on the air.
It's true. Last year was tough.
Early in the season.
Yeah.
Then Pharrell came along, and Pharrell, he made his whole show about giving tickets away, which is one of the many reasons he ain't around no more, although a lesser reason.
Those were crazy shows.
They were horrible shows.
Crazy.
Horrible shows.
We give out 500
Come see me at the ballpark. I'm going to get 50,000 people out there in my section. We'll have an orgy in section G. Blah, blah, blah. You know, we'll look for the G spot.
And it was just awful stuff. And all and he did get a lot of people to come out there for free. Of course, the interesting part about that is, see, the psychology of it is you get the tickets for free, but then you get out there and you have to buy, have to pay for parking, you have to pay for sodas and beers and all this other crap, And whoever was peddling the drugs out there in that section, they had to pay for those, so. But it's just the psychology of, I got the ticket for free, so therefore. And of course, the interesting part of that is probably the ticket is one of the cheapest things in the whole deal, right?
Of course.
We got 2 polls we're going to do today. First one's pretty boring, but the second one I was inspired when Fat Boy came in this morning. Josh, were you sitting there when Fat Boy was in?
Yeah, I was here for that experience.
Hiya, Pally!
I mean, he's one of those people you just cannot chase away. He just doesn't get it. He just will not go away. And comes in there and gets onto my...
Oh, hiya, Pally. What's going on? How's everything with you? I can't wait to see you Monday.
Oh, man. He's enough to make me cancel my trip. I'll be honest with you. So the second poll, I think, is going to be really sensational. We'll see. The first one first, just for an hour. We'll do this first one till 11. It's obligatory, I guess. Who do you think was most responsible for allowing 9/11 to happen? We also have to add, nobody could have stopped it on there, okay? Can you handle that?
I can handle it.
Because I didn't fax that to Eric. Who do you think was most responsible for allowing 9/11 to happen? FBI, CIA, Condoleezza, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, or nobody could have stopped it? Now, I don't know. Maybe there are other people we should be putting on there, but I don't know. Don't you think that? How about, CIA is George Tenet, so I think that covers it pretty well.
Yeah, pretty much.
Key White House memo being declassified after Condoleezza's rather embarrassing and nervous performance yesterday. In response to a request by the 9/11 Commission, the White House is now working to declassify that PDB. Everybody else is talking about PDBs. Most people don't even know what that is. They think it's like PCP and TCB.
Yeah, what is that?
Presidential Daily Briefing. These are highly classified documents. Anyway, this one was August 6, 2001, a document that was the subject of that heated questioning during Condoleezza's testimony yesterday. We're actively looking at the declassification process right now to determine the possibilities of making the August 6th PDB available to National Security Council spokesman Sean McCormick because the political pressure is tremendous and because they want to cover their ass. Got it?
Yes.
10:13, Happy Easter, Happy Pesach, man. They're still sucking up that matzah.
Oh, I love it.
Like it's going on. No, you don't. Well, you love anything. Matzah is tasteless.
I know.
You love the salt and the butter on there. Did you ever eat it plain with no salt and butter?
I don't eat it with butter. I just eat it plain right out the box.
Oh, no!
Yeah. That's how I was taught. My parents make matzah brei all the time, which is good.
By the way, some bad news. I don't know if I should mention it on here about George's brother passing away.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
I didn't either till Fat Boy told me. Sorry, George. Send along our sympathies to George and his family. Boy, he's had a long streak of bad stuff going on in that family. But anyway, he passed away, and you know what he was? Fat. That's what Fat Boy told me. The fat people are the dead people. I just mentioned that, Zach.
Oh.
So quit with the matzah crap. 10:14 at QAM. Hey, if your mattress is worn out, maybe because you're a fat slob and you like wearing it out, just laying on it. Dial a Mattress is the place you ought to be calling at 1-800-Mattress because these folks back up everything they say in their advertising 600%. Their competitors still lie like crazy. When you see a mattress ad making outrageous claims, be sure and read that fine print because there are lots of lies waiting in the weeds for you. For example, here's a big headline that says, no down payment, no interest, no payments for 24 months. Well, guess what? Tiny print at the bottom reads like an encyclopedia of disclaimers. Requires a minimum purchase higher than the advertised sale price. Many times, not a single advertised item would even qualify for financing, and interest penalties are 21% or more. Forget about it. Shoppers who need financing the most rarely even qualify. When you do business with Dial a Mattress, you'll be pretty pleased to know that their ads have no tiny print, no disclaimers, no lies. When you call 1-800-Mattress, you'll find out there's never an extra charge for same-day delivery. Dial a Mattress takes same-day orders all day long from Kendall to Stewart, Palm Beach to Fort Myers. When you call 1-800-Mattress, you pick the date and 2-hour delivery window. What you want your mattress delivered, they show up, set up the brand new one, take away the crappy, smelly old bedding too, at no extra charge. So call right now and you'll understand why Dial a Mattress is ranked the best in the world, numero uno, in overall customer satisfaction. And Dial a Mattress reminds you to read that fine print because they want to make sure you know what you're buying, even if you decide not to buy from them. So do what I've been doing for years. Give them a call at 1-800-Mattress or log on to that website of theirs at mattress.com. Dial a Mattress, 1-800-MATTRES, the honest and the smart way to get you a great night's sleep for years to come.
We're Sports Radio 560 WQAM.
Happy Purim.
WIOD.
Hello.
Ticket Central.
Hello, can I have the tickets, please?
For what?
Neil just announced some tickets that he's giving.
What are they for?
They're... Gee, I don't know. I guess I can't get them because I don't know what they're for, huh?
Well, I mean, if you wanted them for...
I can hardly hear you, sir, because the radio's on so loud.
But, I mean, if you wanted them free tickets and you don't know what they're for, why do you want just because they're free? You want them just because they're free and you don't even know what they're for?
You know what they're for? They're for the horse races.
For the horse races?
For the, they're for races in Pompano.
They're for races in Pompano at the Irish Fest? They're having horse races at Municipal Stadium?
Well, you tell me what they're for. I want them because I have some friends out of town. I want to give it to them.
For what? For the horse races?
I don't know what it's for.
Well, then why did you call? You heard that magic word, didn't you? Fwee. Right? Isn't that what you did? You heard Neil say fwee. Hello? Hello?
Yes.
You want them?
Yes, I would like them if I could get them.
Hold on.
That was great.
Oh, that's the greatest call of all time. That's a free ticket lady. That's what South Florida radio is all about. That's what South Florida is all about. Forget the radio part.
That's unbelievable.
That's what it is all about right there. That nasty, pathetic, just sad old lady. I wouldn't even say nasty, just sad. She had no idea what they were for. Anyway, I noticed that we haven't added that on. I know that Josh is under a lot of... Oh, there he is. He got it. Nobody could have stopped it. He just did it when I wasn't looking. Always when I least expect it, he sticks it right in there. Anyway, we got on the Behind the Velvet Rope Beaded Curtain thing on our website, neilrogers.com today. If you're over the age of 75 and have many pieces of ID and 45 adults who will vouch for you, Leanne Tweeden, do you know who that is?
Oh, yeah.
A lovely picture, by the way. Her bio goes on forever. Leanne Velez Tweeden was born on June 13th, 1973 in Manassas, Virginia, which makes her about
30, man.
Pretty close to it in a few weeks. She's 5'8", weighs 115. Her measurements are 34, 24, 35. She has brown hair and eyes. Well, this is some bio. In fact, a lot of things in here I can't even read on the air. She's got... Oh, can't say that. Leanne took off for Colorado Springs at the tender age of 17, where she worked as a waitress at Hooters. Although much attention is paid to her employment at Hooters, it seems she actually only worked there for 2 days. She gave up acceptance at Harvard to go into modeling full-time. She was a Playboy cover girl. She was on this. She was on that. Star Search TV series, the Vicki Lawrence Show, Eden Quest, Jerry Springer Show, Entertainment Tonight. 1996 was her big break year when she landed a role in Fitness Beach on ESPN2. Cover model and posted for a layout in August 66 issue of Playboy. And also... being the model for lead character new comic book Coven 13 from No Mercy Comics. You know what that is?
No clue.
Well, I'm surprised at that. I thought you'd be reading pornographic comics. So there you go, Leanne Tweeden, who ain't no Leanne Rhymes. She's on our website today, if you have plenty of ID. Now, also on our website, because I'm not going to definitely take the time to read all of this. It would be really ponderous. But those people who were either a little bit dubious or maybe just curious about Condoleezza's testimony yesterday, which I thought we did a pretty entertaining job, if I say so myself.
Absolutely.
It wasn't as entertaining as giving away those tickets, but nevertheless. Come on, Joe, don't do that no more. Don't let clearance destroy your show. I know it's a clearance thing, man. That kid is such a putz. Giving away tickets. Boy, that is so, oh, man. It is so low, so desperate. In fact, what we ought to do is auction those tickets off on the Beasley website, don't you think, on QM.com?
Yeah, why not?
And pretend the money's going to charity. It's another great revenue stream, if you ask me, huh? Anyway, on our website, we got a great article, Claim versus Fact, Rice's question and answer testimony before the 9/11 Commission. It's written by the Center for American Progress, and it goes down statement by statement. I'll just give you an example. I'll just read one because it's very long. Claim, I don't remember any reports to us, a kind of strategic warning that planes might be used as weapons, responding to Tom Kane. Fact, Condoleezza was the top national security official with President Bush at the July 2001 G8 summit in Genoa. There, U.S. officials were warned that Islamic terrorists might attempt to crash an airliner into the summit, prompting officials to close the airport airspace over Genoa and station anti-aircraft guns at the city's airport. And then it gives you the source for all these to L.A. Times, White House release, and it goes on point by point to counter a lot of what she said yesterday as she lied through that big gap in her teeth. But a lot of people were very impressed by Dr. Rice, or Dr. Clark, whatever her name is. Now, here we got promos today, too. This will kill some good time. Join Goldie tonight, 6 to 8 at the Davy Quarterdeck. That's Geldy. In fact, if you talk to him real life, he'll just sit there and make that sound for a couple hours at 3155 South University Drive. Stop by for Amstel Light specials. Win Marlin tickets. Now we're talking.
All right. Yeah.
And register to win a trip for two to the WQAM Iceland Open in June. What is that? The WQM Iceland?
Yep.
What is it? Oh, the Iceland Open. See, this is so poorly written. I bet you this is a Miguel thing. Clarence thing. The QM Iceland Open in June. That must be some golf tournament or some stupid thing.
Yeah, sure.
And then join George tomorrow afternoon from noon till 2 at Celluland, an authorized Verizon wireless store at 4410 West 16th Avenue in Hialeah. Stop by to win Marlins tickets and other low-budget prizes that we have at QM. That's tomorrow from noon till 2. So poor George, who they just buried his brother, I guess. I'm a little hesitant to say that because Fat Boy's been known to, although he would make something like that up.
I hope not.
George will tell you about the evils of fat. In fact, you ought to go by there, Zach. Maybe he can talk you into dropping that bologna sandwich on the ground and just giving it to the pigeons or something.
We have bologna here?
Yeah, in fact, I'm hearing it right now. Look at that poll already, man. We're only doing this the first hour. Then I got a fun poll for us.
All right.
What do you think was the most? Well, you see it right there. You faxed it back to me.
I know.
What do you think? I left you off of there so far, but you're pushing.
All right.
What do you think was the most responsible who for allowing 9/11 to happen? 115 votes. George W. Bush, 47. The CIA, 20. Nobody could have stopped at 14. Condoleezza, 13. FBI, 11. And Bill Clinton, 10 so far. So hop on that real quick because at 11 o'clock we're going to change it. I mean, and the next poll is going to be, I think it's kind of fun. I was inspired, of course, by that visit I had this morning. This is the furthest thing from my mind, but
Hiya, Pally!
when he came in, the word obnoxious came to mind. He just drives me up the wall, and he doesn't get it. I just don't want to talk to him. I don't want to see him. He even threatened to come in those shorts again on Monday, just so I could see him in his shorts, and I said I would steal the puke bag off the plane just in case.
Ah! I hope not.
Do you hear what that was? Do you hear that sound, Josh? That sounded like...
I'm trying to imitate
So
it.
Zach is auditioning for Geldy's spot. Well, somebody will have to fill the breach. In fact, you could be back with Mo again.
Wow.
When Geldy starts doing those Panther games, if they ever have another season, whenever that's going to be, then you can be back together with your best personal friend, Mo.
Absolutely.
What do you say?
That could be interesting.
A match made in heaven.
Yep.
So this is going to be the second poll based on what you know and hear on the air. Who do you, and this is just for fun, just to rip somebody an ass, who do you pick as the most obnoxious person at WQAM? Now, here's the list I got so far. Todd Dreck, Jeff High, also known as
Hiya, Pally!
Fat Boy, Geldy, Neil, George, Hank, the Hebrew Hammer, Mad Dog, Mo Howard David,
Absolutely.
Screwan, Freaky Carlos, Greg Reed, Duff, Clarence, and Eddie K. I put Eddie K on there just because he's on the staff, but he's not going to. Oh, I left off the Big O.
Yep.
Be sure and add him on there, too. He'll get a lot of votes. The Big
Oh!
Did I leave anybody else off? Conspicuous? Kim Bocamper. I'm not putting him on there. Nobody would vote for him, right?
No.
That would be like putting Ken Malden on there. I mean, Ken is just a sweetheart. He's a great guy. Anybody that would call Ken obnoxious, we'd come and beat that person up, right?
Oh, absolutely.
But the big, there are people who think he's obnoxious. But he does go to that combine, the NFL combine, and pays his own way. We want you to know that, okay? That's very important stuff. So that'll be the poll at 11 o'clock. We got the Stern story, of course, the FCC just continuing to go wild. I told you, but everybody thought I'm overreacting. There's Neil again, getting too carried away, all melodramatic. I told you. And if anybody really thought Clear Channel was putting Stern back on here in Florida or any of the other Clear Channel stations, man, there's only one word that you need to think of, okay?
Forget about it.
Right. That's official now, but there was never any chance it was going to happen anyway. Because they lie a lot. 27 past 10 at 560 WQM if you want to know more about following a low-carb diet, because fat people are dying like crazy. I want you to know that. Fat is not where it's at, Zach.
What?
If you want the best-tasting, biggest selection of low-carb foods, head for Delights of West Boca. Whether you're starting or restarting the Atkins, the Sugar Busters, the Skatkins, the South Beach Stat, or any of those low-carb, sugar-free diets, Delights of West Boca has always been the #1 low-carb store in America. And for good reason, with over 1,200 low-carb products to choose from, including breads, bagels, cookies, crackers, chips, brownies, chocolates, Carbolite ice cream, pasta, sauces, ketchup, cheesecakes, and so much more.
All of these things.
Exactly. And don't forget, if it's new and great tasting in the low-carb line, Delights have it before anybody else always. They're open every day, 7 days a week from 10 in the morning till 10 p.m., and you can always try anything in the store before you be buying it. And the staff at Delights really knows dieting inside and out. They can help you out. And as far as Atkins brand's products are concerned, Delights carries the biggest line, the biggest selection, and they're always on sale all day, every day, even on Sukkot. Delights of West Boca, they're on the northeast corner of Glades and 441. That's right next to Boston Market, who amazingly are still around. Call them toll-free, Delights, at 1-877-LOW-CARB. That's LOWCARB. Or on the web, you'll find them at lowcarb.com. Don't forget, there's only one. A lot of stores have similar names. Don't get sucked in. There's only one Delights of West Boca. It's your official Atkins retail center.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 WQAM.
Do you ever wish that your family and friends knew their Bible verses better? Well, I have the answer to your prayers. From the makers of You Sank My Martyr comes a game the whole family can enjoy. Crucifixion. Crucifixion is not just fun to play, but it forces everyone to know their Bible. And it's easy to play. First, someone picks a word or phrase from the Bible, and the rest of the group takes turns trying to spell it. But be careful. If you pick a wrong letter, your little Jesus doll gets nailed.
I'll take a guess. How about a K?
Nope. Sorry, Billy.
I'm sorry, Jesus.
After 3 nails and 1 spear to the chest, everyone loses. But don't worry, in 3 days you can play again. So run down to your local Crucifixion toy store and grab up your very own copy of Crucifixion. Why not play tonight? Comes with a small Jesus doll, nails, and a tiny spear. Fake blood, wooden cross, and hammer not included. Crucifixion, a product of Trinity Brothers.
That's a very bad taste on Good Friday, by the way. 10:31, got some bad news from Iraq.
Oi!
Large explosion heard in central Baghdad. They're actually on CNN, got the pictures there from Al Jazeera. Which you really can't see anything. Do you even see? Are you looking at it?
No, not right now.
Why not?
The TV is not working right.
I got it.
Josh,
wait a minute. The TV in my studio there is not working right?
Yeah, I turned the power on, turn it on again, turn it on again. I got nothing. So I'm gonna have to do it during the break and try to fix it.
I see. Anyway, they're showing all these pictures, but there's really nothing to see because there's some trees, there's some palm trees. In fact, it looks like Hallandale. I think that was a picture of Hallandale. Anyway, there's some bad crap going on over there again today, and some more bad crap. Iraqi insurgents said they had seized 4 Italians and 2 Americans on the western outskirts of Baghdad today. Now, yesterday we saw the South Koreans, the 7 Getchkis that they released, but then the 3 Japanese, what they had. Did you see that footage?
Yes.
That was really grotesque stuff.
It's amazing what they show.
Just terrorizing those poor people, and just with the knives to the throats and the guns to their heads, and telling the Japanese that if they don't take all their troops out of there, which they don't have all that many, what is it, 550, something like that. But if they don't take their troops out, that within 3 days they're going to burn those people alive. And knowing the kind of barbarians that we're talking about, it wouldn't surprise me if they did it. A Reuters and Japan says, no, we're not going to do that. A Reuters journalist saw 2 captive foreigners said by the insurgents to be Italians at a mosque in a village in the Abu Ghraib district. One was wounded in the shoulder. Both were weeping. Why did they weep? U.S. soldiers in the tank in the area near the village of Al-Dahab al-Abai, who knows what these names are, said they knew some Americans had been taken hostage but had no details. That's why we're sealing off the road, said one soldier. So this is the new deal now that they're taking hostages and making all kinds of threats, and it's just day by day getting worse and worse. Blast reportedly heard near the Sheraton Hotel in Baghdad is what CNN's reporting right now. It's a mess. It's a quagmire. You can't spell quagmire without I-R-A-Q. Got it?
Got it.
You can't spell Iraq without or something like that. Who do you think most responsible for 9/11 to happen? And I love the way that Josh continues his illiterate run here. It's beautiful. Nobody could have stopped it. He's got not nobody could have stopped it. Nobody could have stopped it. Now, you can't possibly be that illiterate, okay? I realize you're working at QAM. No, seriously. I mean, you sound fairly articulate, like you can put a string of sentences together. I realize the pressure of working with Dave Van Boring is starting to get to you. But nobody could have stopped it?
I just put what you said, that's all.
No, I think I said nobody could have stopped it. Isn't that what I said, Zach?
Yeah, I think so.
Isn't that what any rational, articulate person, even like some schlump like me, would say? Nobody could have stopped it. Nobody could have stopped. Well, why bother? Anyway, George W. Bush, 81. Nobody could have stopped it, 34. CIA, 29. Condoleezza's got 21. FBI, 13. And Bill Clinton has got 12. By the way, Clinton testified for 3 hours yesterday behind closed doors. And they said he'd done a good job, is what they said. And he was cracking a lot of jokes about the blue dress, is what I'm hearing, too. Anyway, speaking of that kind of stuff, Clear Channel officially dropped Stern's program after the FCC yesterday fined the nation's largest radio operator, Cheap Channel, $495,000 for comments made during Howard Stern's show. The penalty against Clear Channel was the second largest fine ever issued by the government for an indecency violation, trailing the $755,000 penalty against Clear Channel in January for 4 shows hosted by radio personality Bubba Lovesponge in Tampa. Windows appear broken at the Sheraton Hotel is what it says here. Large explosion in central Baghdad. And they're showing, I don't know, a couple of soldiers there, and they're walking around. They probably got the cameras in the wrong place. Clear Channel immediately announced it had dropped Stern from its 6 stations that had broadcast his show in February. With the threat of the fine looming, Clear Channel suspended Stern's show. And let me say it again, they never had any intention, believe me, of putting him back on in Miami or any of the other 6 markets. Mr. Stern's show has created a great liability for us and other broadcasters who air it, said John Hogan, president of Clear Channel Radio. The Congress and the FCC, and now I understand why my friend Derek can't stand John Hogan. The Congress and the FCC are beginning to look at revoking station licenses. That's a risk we're just not willing to take, said John Hogan. Hogan also cited what he called a deafening silence from the Stern show on their future plans to comply with the law. In a statement on his website, Stern derided the FCC and Bush administration for imposing their opinions and rights to tell us all who and what we will listen to and watch and how we should think about our lives. He added, it's pretty shocking that governmental interference into our rights and free speech takes place in the U.S., which I've been trying to tell this audience for weeks and weeks and weeks now, but like that. And, of course, Howard, if he would have hopped on that thing where he had the perfect vehicle there, he had that opportunity from his own listener, that Scott kid in New York. If he would have worked with him, he could have had the 1 million signatures in 2 or 3 days.
At least, yeah.
And they could have already placed that big ad. They could have, at least tried to put the brakes on this madness and at least got the public to have a voice, but no. Stern's popular show has aired in major markets nationwide for more than 2 decades. During that time, the FCC has levied fines of more than $1.7 million against Infinity, a unit of Viacom. Infinity owns Stern's show and broadcasts it on 18 stations across the country, including WCKG-FM in Chicago. Infinity, which in the past has said it had no plans to take Stern off any of its stations, had no comment yesterday on the FCC fine. In the same order, by the way, against Clear Channel, the FCC asked its enforcement staff to investigate Stern's broadcast on Infinity stations. In all, 35 stations nationwide still carry Stern's show. Proponents of legislation in Congress to increase punishments for broadcasts deemed indecent regularly cite Stern's radio and TV shows as examples that cross the line. I guess they forget that his TV show is on cable on E.
That's right.
The FCC, guided by court orders, defines, well, we know what that is. A movement to crack down on broadcast deemed indecent has gained momentum since pop singer Janet Jackson's breast was exposed. Janet Jackson's the Antichrist, although that was just an excuse, but that's the tragic part of the whole deal. Is they use that as an excuse to just go crazy and just trash the First Amendment, trash people's choices, trash the broadcast industry to the point where there's basically nothing left. It's just a deforestation thing. Even Jeff DeForest is upset about it.
It was
the
perfect
FCC's
timing.
fine again. I beg your pardon?
No, I'm sorry. It was perfect timing. I mean, that thing popped out, and that was it. It was a great excuse for them to shut down on everybody.
The FCC's fine against Clear Channel began with a listener who complained about the broadcast of Stern show on WBGG, the company station in Fort Lauderdale, April 9 broadcast of last year. In a 20-page order that focused on 2 segments from that show, the FCC said it found Stern's discussion of the sexual practices of certain cast members to be patently offensive. Specifically, the FCC said in an exchange in which Stern told the audience that a cast member, John, and his wife have anal sex every other time they do it, that John's wife loves anal. This is a news story, by the way. I'm just reading it. The FCC also cited Stern's comments regarding his personal revulsion at the thought of a naked, sweaty, obese man engaging in oral sex. It added that Stern's discussion of anal sex and his commentary on oral sex are punctuated by the sound of someone passing gas or evacuating. The fine covered the same broadcast on Clear Channel stations in Pittsburgh, San Diego, Louisville, Cocoa Beach, Florida, and Honeoye Falls, New York.
Oh, my God.
Honeoye Falls.
Where's that?
Oh, you don't want to know. It's upstate New York. The 5-member FCC board, made up of 3 Republicans and 2 Democrats, voted unanimously to approve the indecency finding and the fine.
Oh, we're fine.
Yeah. San Antonio-based Clear Channel can appeal the fine, but is not expected to do so. Earlier this year, they paid that almost $800,000 fine for Bubba Lovesponge. While the fines are large for a 1,200-station company, such penalties easily could put smaller broadcasters out of business. Thursday, the union that represents on-air radio and TV personalities warned that the company's quick decision to drop Stern demonstrated the dangers of allowing one company to control a large portion of the media. This is likely to set a terrible precedent, said Tom Carpenter, National Director of News and Broadcasting for the American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, AFTRA. There are likely to be some very serious repercussions for artists to be heard or seen when one company can determine the decency standards for so many listeners in so many parts of the country. The penalty against Clear Channel marked the first time the FCC has applied a year-old stepped-up enforcement policy on indecency violations. And, just as a little footnote, even though this is very small potatoes, and the FCC yesterday released a memorandum opinion and order affirming a $14,000 forfeiture penalty against MS Radio License Corporation for willfully broadcasting indecent material over KQX in Chicago. The commission agreed with the Enforcement Bureau that the station had repeatedly aired indecent material during its Man Cow's Morning Madness program. The commission rejected MS's arguments that the complaints did not include enough information to supply indecency findings, yada, yada, yada. So there's 14 grand, but that's small potatoes. That's the MS. So there you go, the incentive. The windows appear broken at the Sheraton Hotel in Baghdad.
Not the insurgents, but the Iraqi people to recover their wounded, care for their people, get supplies. I imagine food and water are becoming an issue within...
They said it was a deafening explosion is what they're describing it at the Sheraton Hotel in Baghdad, as the insanity just continues. Now, let me just ask you one thing to ponder in your mind, okay? Even though Saddam was a bad guy, he, of course, was our bad guy for a long, long time, but he was a bad guy, and he slaughtered all those innocent people, and he gassed the Kurds, and yada, yada. Was all of this terrorism and all these explosions, all this death, and was this going on in Iraq before last March?
Nope.
Oh, I just mentioned it's something to think about. I mean, maybe we're just not supposed to care about that, but was Iraq a hotbed of terrorism?
No.
No. But don't confuse the public with the facts that 45 or 50%, whatever it is, that are just adamant. You know, the Bush people, the professional Bushmeisters?
Yeah.
Who are probably just as ignorant and maybe even more so than he is. That's the problem, man. Lack of education in America. I mean, look at Josh, for crying out loud. Nobody could. Oh, and did Eric change that? Because you can't change it, right? Once you put some crap on there.
That is correct.
So Eric came to Josh's rescue and put nobody could have stopped it. Because even Eric was so embarrassed for you and humiliated and degraded. He doesn't want anybody thinking that, you know, he's responsible for anything so illiterate and degrading as nobody could have stopped it. I mean, come on, Josh. You can do better than that. You're doing a fine job, but you're just, the last couple of days, starting to show your ass, okay?
It's probably my fault.
And the way things are going right now, and after the Janet Jackson business, you should be learning, do not show your ass. In fact, the guy that used to be, that John, what was the Convoy on the Guiding Light, one of the writers for 100 years on that show, he got canned because he wrote a script in which one of the kids shows his ass on it. Just a cheek or two.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, got canned. That's the atmosphere in America today. Deutschland über alles. Heil Hitler! Heil Hitler and Heil Bush. 1042 at 560 WQAM. Spring into savings right now and save like never before on a new car or truck from Armstrong Toyota of Homestead. You'll find them on US 1, 20 minutes south of the 836, so it's a piece of cake to get there. And believe me, it's worth the drive no matter where you are because these folks are going to save you thousands on great new Toyotas. Check out the great lease deals waiting for you right now at Armstrong's. An 04 Camry or 4Runner, just $269 a month for 48 months. How about an 04 Highlander, just $309 a month? Need a truck? How about an 04 Toyota Tundra, the safest truck in America? You pay only $179 a month for 48 months. These are just some of the fantastic savings for you waiting right now at Armstrong Toyota of Homestead. General Manager David Rich and his staff will do just about anything under the sun to cut you a deal so you can get you into a new Toyota today. Experience for yourself the Armstrong Toyota of Homestead difference. They're locally owned, locally operated. They're committed to 100% customer satisfaction, and their service department is even open late till 8 weeknights to make sure they get all your service work done. Easy to get there. They're at US 1 and 293rd and Homestead, just 20 minutes south of the 836, like I said. And Armstrong Toyota of Homestead, listen very carefully now. They offer you free tires, batteries, and replacement parts for life. That's correct. You get tires, batteries, and free parts for life. Nobody else does that. So don't waste your time at those mega dealers or car giants who always give you the big song to dance and then let you down. Do the smart thing and save yourself a ton of cash by calling David Rich, the GM, at Armstrong Toyota of Homestead. Call him at 305-242-3247. 305-242-3247. Drive a little and save a ton on that great new Toyota today at Armstrong Toyota of Homestead.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
It's Dave!
Oh!
In Miami town.
Absolutely.
At 560 WQAM.
Tired of paying FCC fines for me. Feeling so censored, my show is now sterile. Don't know what you expect me to be. Put under arrest next, take me off my show.
Shock jocks have got to go, that Stern has got to go.
Every word that I say is under the microscope.
Don't know who's next to go, get in line or hit the road.
Might become so bland, radio everywhere. It's become so bad, everything we hear. Becoming Howard Stern, and all I want to do is to be more dirty, but they'll fire me too.
10:48, Jim Clancy in Baghdad on CNN says windows appear broken at the Sheraton. A big blast is what they heard. Now, of course, back in the day, I would play the sound of that big blast, but we can't play it anymore, can we?
I don't think
Better
so.
not.
Yep.
Especially in light of that story I read about what Stern got fined for.
Really?
What was that flatulence, and what was the other thing?
Flatulence.
Evacuation. That's what it was. I think they're having an evacuation at the Sheraton Hotel in Baghdad. I sure hope nobody gets fined for that.
Oh, we're fine.
Anyway, I got to use this, even though it's a very minor thing and it's not of any interest to anybody, but just to make a point. The Omaha World Herald newspaper this past Saturday had a story about how the local talk station here in Omaha is moving Bill O'Reilly's show to Afternoon Drive to get him away from Lard-Ass Limbaugh because he can't compete with Rush. KKAR is the name of the station. Now, the story is of really no interest to anybody outside Omaha, I guess, but the point, and of course the fact that Bill O'Reilly's radio show is an absolute dud. I mean, in the South Florida market, he has a big, no number at all. He doesn't even show up. Is that incredible?
Unbelievable.
He's sure putting a dent in Rush's audience. Not. But anyway, talk radio station KKAR is shaking up its schedule in Omaha, says the story. Now, here's the deal. They have a local yokel in the morning, which I don't know who he is. But then Laura Ingraham broadcasts 8 to 11 a.m. Omaha time. Laura Ingraham, right-wing bitch. Steve Brown, local personality, 11 to 2, which I can only assume he must be right-wing because, wait till you hear the other people, the rest of their lineup. 2 to 5 in the afternoon, Sean Hannity. The Radio Factor with Bill O'Reilly, 5 to 7 in the afternoon. And Neil Bortz from Atlanta, another right-wing lunkhead, 7 to 10 at night. What a lineup, huh?
Lots of right-wingers in there.
Oh.
You think they're going to talk about the same
keep
thing?
in mind that there's some other station in the market that's carrying Rush. So fair and balanced, baby. That's what American and all these people, the liberal media, right. The liberal media, my fat ass. Okay, even Zach's fat ass is embarrassed for you people to talk about the liberal media. Forget about it.
It's crazy.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Who do you think was most responsible for allowing 9/11 to happen? 291 votes, George W. Bush 117. Nobody could have stopped at 58. CIA 48. Condoleezza 27. FBI 23. And Bill Clinton 18. WQAM, hello.
Yes, hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Neil, I just wanted to let you know, I watched a little bit of Condoleezza yesterday, and the thing that really agitates me is the fact that her total callousness for what happened on 9/11. I mean, like reducing, the loss of 3,000 people to a systemic breakdown.
Yeah.
And also, it gets me, it's like she talks about, had we known about what would happen, that they were going to attack us by planes, we would have done everything to stop it. I mean, what does she expect? The terrorists to send her emails that, here we come. Mark it down on your calendar, Condi.
Yeah.
We're coming.
Yeah, I like the fact you kept saying, well, in that, the PDB on August 6th, there wasn't like a date and a time and a place. I mean, that is an insult to all the people who died in there.
To America, and again, the refusal to admit that maybe we could have done more.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're not saying, come out and say, hey, I'm guilty, it's my fault, but just, like Richard Clark, your government failed you. We let you down.
Yeah.
We're sorry. Not even that. It's just total.
No contrition at all from Condoleezza.
Just total callousness. I mean, 3,000 people gone as if, hey, it's just the cost of doing business. Really, I hate to say that she's responsible, but, she was being told by many people, hey, pay attention to, to Al-Qaeda. There are
and then for her to say it was natural, given the history of Iraq, it was natural for the president to be thinking that Iraq may have been behind it. I mean, it's just so unacceptable and so ludicrous to be talking such crap.
And you had a lot of family members who were, you could see they were visibly upset, crying about, just, again, reducing it to nothing more than an operation.
Well, what about the family members of all those kids that are dying over there right now? 6 more troops died in the last 2 days. I just saw it on the crawl, but they don't even bother. We don't even see the names very rarely. Once in a great while, they might, if you're watching round the clock, they might put a name on there and give a little bio or something. But these kids are just being slaughtered over there, and now they're taking hostages, and they don't seem to care. They have no admission of making a mistake.
Neil, my brother's down here with his family, and he's got 2 children that are like, teenagers, 16 and 14, and they're so blinded by Bush thinking he's done everything, and they believe that, because Iraq was a threat, he had to go after them. And I said, in 2 years, you're going to be 18. I said to my niece and my nephew, who's 15, I said, I want to see you people, stop being chicken hawks, go down to your Armed Forces Recruiting Center and sign up. If you don't do that, like Bush said, either you're with us or you're against us. And I don't even talk to my niece and nephew anymore. That's how I feel. I mean, really, it costs me relatives. I really don't care. This is how upset I am about it.
Hang in there, Pally.
You too, Neil. Have a great one.
You too. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was listening to everything. Saddam used to sponsor the Palestinian suicide bombers by giving their families $25,000 for each time they did that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would call that the sponsorship of terrorism. But I don't think it was a far leap for Bush to think that maybe there was a connection. I agree that we shouldn't have went in, but I think you got to be careful by just painting broad strokes and saying the administration's a bunch of, idiots and...
They are a bunch of idiots. Actually, to say they're idiots would be a compliment. They're a bunch of very dangerous chicken hawks is what they are. These are people who never fought themselves in combat. These are people who got a whole master plan that they had cooked up before they even stole that election. So to suggest that these people are actually taking fact and using that... let me say it again. If we really want to talk about who was responsible for 9/11, why didn't we invade Saudi Arabia? 15 of the 19 hijackers were Saudi Arabians.
That would have been too easy.
And all the financing, by the way, for Osama came from the Saudi royal family.
I agree. Oh, one more thing. I just want to say with the polls, if you could put a question up, I don't like this poll, I think that would be helpful because sometimes I don't vote because I don't like the poll, though I would vote if it was a good poll.
Okay. Have a great day, pal. You don't like our poll. Well, that's the way it goes. I always thought if you didn't like the poll or you weren't interested, you just wouldn't vote. Are we lacking for votes? No. But anyway. This is, again, religious madness, crazy religious people. It's going on all over the world. Nobody nowhere wants to talk about it, just this lonely little voice here. And, of course, you know me, the old heathen. Texas mom believed son would resurrect. That crazy bitch in Tyler, Texas, Deanna Laney?
Yep.
A woman who killed her 2 sons and injured a third said she refused antipsychotic medication after her arrest until her oldest son failed to rise from the dead on his 9th birthday as she'd expected.
Oh, that sounds normal. That sounds pretty normal.
Yeah. Deanna Laney, 39, also said she felt embroiled in spiritual warfare, considered killing herself after her arrest, and worried how her surviving son would cope, according to a transcript of a pretrial psychiatric interview obtained by the Dallas Morning News. Laney was found innocent by reason of insanity. We already know that. In a transcript of an interview in December with prosecution psychiatrist Park Dietz, she said she refused medication until after Joshua's birthday in late July. She told another psychiatrist she smelled sulfur in her cell and thought it was a sign that the devil was near. How do you like that?
Oh, my God.
The devil is near. She said she didn't mention that earlier because she thought everything happening to her was spiritual warfare, and I didn't think he would understand any of it, the newspaper said. I didn't want to kill my kids. I felt like I had no choice because God told me to do that, and I was taught to obey God. Just like God told the Jews to kill all their enemies and be sure don't miss any of them in the Old Testament. This is nothing new. This has been going on since the beginning of recorded time. My religion is great. You're a heathen. We're going to make you an offer you can't refuse, whether it's the Catholic Church, whether it was the Jews killing all their enemies, no matter who it is, whether it's the crazy fundamentalist Muslims today. Nothing new. But nobody's going to tell you that because they're terrified. They're scared crapless of religion. And the Pope, that silly old man, they had him on there this morning because it's Good Friday. He's blessing everybody, and he's sitting there shaking, man. Looks like Janet Reno on a bad day. God almighty. Somebody bring him a Shakey's Pizza, please, and calm his old ass down. Il Papa. 10:57 at 560. Large explosion near Baghdad Sheraton Hotel.
Right now, because we are in...
more hostages, more prisoners being taken. Americans, Italians, Japanese, you name it, they got them.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Holy Mackinac! This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and you're listening to the Hockey Authority, Neil God.
I think I did it again. I got really bummed, then married my friend. Oh baby, I was smashed when we wed, so I don't know if it was consummated. I might lose half my money, 'cause I didn't sign a prenup. I told my lawyers, oops, I got drunk again. I was half in the bag, thought he was just in. Oh baby, baby, oops, I said that I do. I had too much booze. I can't hold my liquor. Oops, I got drunk again. Last time I did that, I kissed Madonna. Oh baby, baby, oops, I popped a few corks, then married some dork. I'm such an idiot. Oh no.
This is exciting. We got a fire alarm in my building now. Are you ready for that?
Nice.
So maybe you'd like to, actually it's in the parking garage, so it's not like in a residential part of my building.
Well,
Shut up, honey, you're talking too loud. I'm doing a radio show in here. and wait till you hear the alarm start. I guess I better close my door, huh? Whistle a little tune there, Zach.
I don't know much tunes, but I'll try my best.
Okay, there you go. I shut the door.
Good.
Yeah, but you can still hear that, I bet, though, huh? Hear that? Beep.
A little bit.
So if they come out and make an announcement that the building is burning down and then all of a sudden you hear dead air, just to plan to do a show, Zach.
Oh, nice.
You and Josh. What?
Should be interesting.
Well, you don't think I'm going to sit here and get fried just for Greg Reed, do you? Human sacrifice on Good Friday? Neil Rogers is human sacrifice? I don't think so.
Anyway,
here's the final
Friday, if that happens.
final result of the first poll.
We'll give out free tickets.
There you go. Give away the rest of those tickets. In fact, the audience is probably, for many reasons, hoping the building is just blazing by before 11:15. Flaming. Who do you think was most responsible for allowing 9/11 to happen? 344 votes. George W. Bush, 135. Nobody could have stopped at 70. CIA, 56. Condoleezza, 31. FBI, 28. Bill Clinton, 24. Boy, that thing is so annoying, man. You have no idea how loud. Can you actually hear that on the air, that the alarm in the back?
Very, very
low.
Very
faintly. That's because I got the door closed.
Yeah.
I guess it would add a lot of excitement if I could, just, oh, look at this. Pope hears confessions during Good Friday services. There he is. He's shaking. He's twitching. He's got the really Sunday go-to-meeting kind of outfit on today. Oh, listen, there goes that alarm really big time. Bap, 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 like that. You hear it? This is almost as exciting as the day the power went out and I had to do the show on the phone for a bunch of time.
Oh, nice.
Now, actually, I could take my cell phone outside if worse comes to worse and I have to evacuate. But then again, if we evacuate, remember what the FCC said about those evacuating sounds?
Yep. Be careful.
I better open the door again because if she makes an announcement, I don't want to be sitting here talking to you bozos while I find out the building is going to burn down.
Yeah, that's not a great idea.
Should I open up the door?
Sure.
Then you can hear the sound of this hysterical thing, too. It's great.
I'm excited to hear it. Hear that? Oh, my God.
Yeah. You ain't heard nothing yet.
It sounds like my alarm clock.
Too.
Sounds like my alarm clock.
Small area of Atlanta Airport evacuated when suspicious package found. A small area of Hartsfield Atlanta Airport was evacuated Wednesday. Boy, it's a little late getting this story out. There's the fire department, by the way. I can actually see the fire truck.
Is there like a real big fire?
A suspicious package was found in a men's restroom. Did you hear this story?
No.
The FBI said the package contained a device similar to a military trip flare containing a highly flammable substance that could have caused serious injury to anybody handling it. A trip flare is a device that may be used to signal when an enemy is approaching, set to go off when triggered by movement of a taut wire. A janitor found the package about 10:50 Wednesday morning, described as being wrapped in duct tape and having suspicious components protruding from it. But it was wrapped in duct tape. Maybe they had left over from when Tom Ridge told everybody to go out and buy your duct tape. And Visqueen. Also, U.S. warning halts Paris trains. Police in Paris halted traffic on a commuter train line for about an hour Thursday evening after the U.S. warned French officials of a possible bomb attack. Authorities found nothing suspicious and lifted the alert around 9:30 last night. And this is kind of eerie with that thing going off in the back. Bap, bap, huh?
It sounds scary.
I mean, what and I hear all the sirens outside and the fire trucks are out there.
How's the weather? How's the weather out there?
There's another fire truck. It's on the way, baby. Oh man.
Those guys are quick.
Huh?
Those guys
they don't
are
monkey
quick.
around, man.
Yeah.
Large explosion heard in the area of the Sheraton Hotel in Baghdad. Boy, this would be really good if I'm not going to take any calls here for a while, because if I try to hear the callers, no chance. 2 chances, none less than none. So let's get to the important poll for the day. Based on what you know and hear on the air, because, we like to let the audience in on the various personalities in the building, because we've got such an amusing bunch. Who do you pick as the most obnoxious person at WQAM? Well, we've never done this poll before, okay? Not quite this way. We've given people a chance to take their shots, which the audience in South Florida loves, but nevertheless, not quite like this. Based on what you know and hear on the air, who do you pick as the most obnoxious person at WQAM? Now, here's the list I got so far. If I've left anybody off, please hop right in there, okay? And maybe I'll be able to hear you, but I doubt it. Todd Dreck. This is going to be very difficult for me. You think this is an easy choice?
No.
Well, in your case, I think it might be simple.
Absolutely.
But Todd Dreck, Jeff High, a.k.a. Fat Boy, Geldy, Neil, George, Hank, the Hebrew Hammer, Mad Dog, Mo Howard Davided,
All the crap you can unwrap, all the slime, all the time.
Screw Ann, Freaky Carlos, he'll get some votes.
Yep.
Greg Reed, Duff, Clarence, Eddie K, or the Big... Oh! Now, did I leave anybody obvious off of there? I sure wish that they would stop just banging that alarm. She already came out and made the announcement.
The alarm's got to be annoying.
Huh?
It's got to be a little bit
annoying. This has been going on for just when we went into the break this started.
Oh, my God.
I might actually put CNN on here for a few minutes if this thing don't calm down.
Sure.
Let me do that. I'm also going to have to ponder this thing, who I'm going to vote for on here.
Yeah, it's
a tough choice.
Absolutely.
But I guess, when push comes to shove. I didn't put Dave Van Boring on here because he's not really a staff member. He's like, I don't think he even works for the station, doesn't he? Isn't he employed by the Marlins?
Yeah.
Josh?
Yeah,
he
he's
works
employed
for
by the Marlins.
Marlins organization, so he's not really a QM staff member, and probably just as well. He's a little bit too boring for us. Don't forget, join Goldie tonight from 6 to 8 at the Davy Quarterdeck at 3155 South University Drive. Stop by for Amstel Light Specials. Win Marlin tickets and register to win a trip for 2 to the WQM Iceland Open in June, whatever that is. We have no idea. Do you know what that is?
Nope.
No.
No.
And join George tomorrow afternoon from noon to 2 at Celluland, an authorized Verizon wireless store, 4410 West 16th Avenue in Hialeah. Stop by to win Marlins tickets and other prizes, too. And we got lots of Marlin tickets. We're just not giving any away because we're just a bunch of hard asses, that's all.
Yep.
Do we really have tickets?
Sure. If we can give tickets, I'm sure we can.
We're not giving them away, though. I'm not, even with the fire alarm in the back, if I have to lower myself, if I have to degrade the level of my existence to having people beg for tickets again, I promise, I did it a zillion times, and I apologize for that. It was terrible radio. It's embarrassing. I do like to see the way people degrade themselves. It is kind of amusing. And then to hang up on them and leave them hanging. But it's just, I can't do it anymore. It's horrible radio. Modern Japan doesn't send troops to foreign countries to start wars, so it doesn't expect to see citizens on the news caught in the violence of the conflict in Iraq. Japan's constitution imposed by the U.S. during the occupation following WW2 forbids war. That's why the Japanese military is called the Self-Defense Forces. Self-defense is what is allowed and nothing else. Oh, wait a minute. We may be getting an announcement here on my fire alarm. Okay, you ready for this?
Yep.
Here we go. Please, may I have your attention? I'd like to smack her right in the head. Right. Oh, what did that tell me? They're investigating the alarm. Somebody probably got drunk on Good Friday and yanked the thing,
Yeah, why not?
Well, but the problem with that is that's fine, but as soon as she shuts up saying that again, it's going to start, bah, bah, it's going to start doing the same thing
really?
again.
We're not going to shut it off?
Hey, I tell you one thing, that would chase everybody out of the building if I could put this on the loudspeaker. Can you imagine that? Oh, man. Geldy would drive them out on the streets screaming.
I think the fire would leave.
Anyway, humanitarian mission such as the mandate of the Japanese soldiers now in Iraq, are allowed. It's a loophole, but no one that was sitting there. Now, what does that mean? No one that was just sitting there? I don't know what that means. The Japanese parliament, had to pass special legislation last year to permit the deployment of any troops at all. So in other words, after WW2, we kind of locked the Japs up and said, hey, don't go out unless we ask you to.
Yeah.
Those legalities are of little comfort to a nation shocked by video images of 3 Japanese civilians being held hostage in Iraq by gunmen who threaten to burn them alive unless Japan withdraws its troops from Iraq. That's a demand Japanese leaders are resisting. We cannot give in to the cowardly threats of terrorists, said the Japanese Prime Minister as he convened an emergency meeting of top officials and set up a task force to respond to the kidnappings. Right now, what we need to do is gather accurate information and bring them home safely, he said. How he's going to do that, I have no idea. Oh, wait a minute. You hear that stopped? Oh, it feels so good now that the pain stopped. Come on. Now, come on, Geldy, cut it out. No more. Now, they got to say something, don't they?
I hope so.
Now, that was bad. Come on, say something, honey. Give us some information. It's probably another false alarm. It happens about once every 6 months, just to keep you on your toes. And then, of course, every 3 or 4 months, they have another one of them, what do they call it? Like a test of the fire alarm.
The emergency test?
And they just blast that thing. And usually they do it like about 7:30 in the morning.
Oh, nice.
So like if it's during the summertime on a day when I'm not working and the sound of sleep cutting the Z's and all of a sudden, bat. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Just give us,
They're just teasing now.
Yeah, now it's just a tease, okay? It's just and then you wait about 10 seconds, and another one. Wow. We always say, listen, it's so great about doing a show out of that studio, because the best we ever had was the fire alarm went off, and they never even showed up. They're you know where they are, the fire department right over on Iresdale Road?
Yeah.
They're like 2 blocks from the radio station.
Yeah.
They didn't bother showing up. They figure, A, it's either a false alarm, or B, we don't care because we listen to IOD anyway, and probably a bunch of limbaugh lickers over there at the fire department.
Sure.
Or else they were busy sliding up and down that greased pole. Oh, can we still say that? Can't say it.
Nope.
Okay, now did you vote on here on this thing?
Yes, I did.
I'm voting for Todd Dreck, okay? You may think I was going to vote for Mo, but surprise, he don't need my help. He'll get plenty from other people.
I didn't vote for Mo either.
Who'd you vote for? Or you'd rather not say, probably.
No, it's okay. Jeff, hi.
He voted for Jeff.
Hiya, Pally.
That's right.
Wow, good choice. Mo Howard, David Adono, surprise 23.
He's running
Hank
away
13, the Hebrew Hammer. Oh my God, Humper, what have you done to everybody?
That was funny.
Screw Ann 9, who was one of his most recent objects of tremendous scorn and derision, and rightfully so. George 6, Neil 4, Geldy's got a pair. Mad Dog 2, Greg Reed 2, the Big O's got 1, Todd Dreck has got my vote, nobody else, and let's see, Jeff High's got yours, Free Kid Carlos 1, none yet for Clarence, Eddie K, or Duff, out of the first 65 votes. Now, how about Josh? Who did you vote for?
Well, see, Zach voted, so I didn't get to.
Oh, that's a cop-out.
We're on the network here.
If you would have had a chance to vote, for whom would you have voted?
Freaky Carlos.
A good choice. Excellent. So many good choices in so little time. Large explosion. They're not giving us any more information about this thing at the Sheraton Hotel in Baghdad.
Down a poster.
I would suggest do not be making any reservations there anytime soon.
But also, this is right where the Sheraton Hotel
Exactly.
stands. And this is what was fired upon. Now, as you're looking at this...
They're just vamping. They haven't got any idea. They're just stalling for time again. They know nothing. 12 minutes after 11 at 560 QAM, your alarming station.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Pop smokes dope. The Pope smokes dope. God gave him the grass. The Pope smokes dope. He likes to smoke in mass. The Pope smokes dope. He's a groovy head. The Pope smokes dope. The Pope smokes dope. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Guys high on masculine, Satan's high on fact. Popes in Rome get stoned on grass. Jesus freaks out back. Jesus Christ is super hippie, never shut up junk. Popes in Rome get stoned on load. Priests in church get drunk. The Pope smokes dope. Gotta give him the grass. The Pope smokes dope. He likes to smoke a ass. The Pope smokes dope. He's a groovy header. The Pope smokes dope. The Pope smokes dope. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jill forgot to take a pill, now she's got a daughter. Taking pills is not a joke for a groovy took a marijuana smoke. The Pope smokes dope. Guy gives him the grass. The Pope smokes dope. He likes his looking ass. The Pope smokes dope. He's a groovy haircut. The Pope smokes dope. The Pope smokes dope. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Pope is getting higher. 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 The Pope smokes dope. God gives him the grass. The Pope smokes dope. He likes his smoking ass. The Pope smokes dope. He's a groovy haircut. The Pope smokes dope. The Pope smokes dope. The Pope smokes dope. The Pope smokes dope. Cha cha cha.
Well, guess what, boys and girls? It was a false alarm.
That's it?
That's it. That's the end. All over.
Oh.
But about 15 or 20 minutes of real excitement here and lots of noise and lots of action going on Good Friday. I got a fax a little hysterical from Stuttering Gil down there in Homestead who says, be careful, the FCC's trying to burn you off the show. Dr. Rice has lit the match and the firemen have been told not to go in from the Bushmeister. Something like that. I don't know. I did have a little message that was slipped under the door. It said,
You understand the Gestapo keeps track of everyone.
I don't know what that meant, but that's what it said. 5670560, pound 560. Man, that was just mind-blowing. How the hell I got through that 15 minutes, I have no idea. Thank God for those spots. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How's it going, man?
Pretty good?
Why don't you have Josh search for the Hoppy Coleman? Get you out of that studio.
Search for the what?
The Hoppy Coleman. Passover matzah.
What did he say?
The Afikoman?
What is that?
That's when, at like Passover dinner when,
Oh, that was Jew talk? I don't speak that language, sir, okay? I'm a heathen, all right? I'm just a dietary Jew. The Afikoman. Like, you really know what that is?
Well, I don't know exactly what the meaning of it is. I just know that.
I never heard that in my life. I never heard that.
Yeah, they hide the Afikoman. You got to find it. It's a piece of
matzah.
matzah.
The Afikoman?
Yeah.
You have to be schmitting me, man. Well, what is it?
It's a piece of matzah in a napkin.
A piece of matzah in a napkin?
I don't know
with
what the
without
meaning
butter.
That's without butter. That's the way I like it.
And what do you do with it? Where do you stick it?
They hide it somewhere. Whoever the head of the table is hides it, and the kids look for it, and they get money if they find it.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Fun for the feeble-minded, baby. Let's celebrate some of these more religious holidays, man. It's really great. We got the one guy's hanging up there on a cross. Everybody's going to go see all the blood and the whipping and the slashing. And then we got these crazy people running around hiding the matzah and spinning the dreidel. That's the wrong holiday, though.
Yes.
I care about them like you. I care about the potato latkes and about kishki and all of those things.
Ooh.
Matzah balls.
Ooh.
I'm talking about the good stuff, not matzah and all that garbage that people eat because it's obligatory, because somebody told them, well, this is the time of the year we eat that. Why? Well, it's tradition. Yeah, so is slavery. So is beating your wife. I mean, what does that mean?
It's true.
So is hating everybody. I mean, what is tradition? Just break away from the crap, man. Break away. Can you do it?
No.
No, can't do it. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Let's give away some tickets. What do you say?
No.
Just a joke. Just testing. Now, here's the deal. Now that Clear Channel has made it official, even though it was already official, I got to take my shoes off. You know that while that alarm was blasting during the first commercial break just before 11?
Uh-huh.
So what I'm doing, and I've had to do this once before, is I'm like running around putting all my clothes on, and my shoes, So I'm sitting here fully clothed, which is highly uncomfortable, but at least I don't want the shoes on. Anyway, now that Stern is officially off of Clear Channel in perpetuity, in other words, he ain't coming back, you can go to our website, neilrogers.com, and there are the logos for the 8 South Florida cheap channel stations. And I'm just suggesting this again, and it's a very strong suggestion. If you want to show your displeasure to Clear Channel, which they are definitely connected with the Antichrist, make no mistake about it.
No.
Big 106. Now, you probably didn't notice because you don't pay that much attention to the ratings, I'm sure, either one of you.
Huh?
But in this last trend, which was 1 week of Stern being off of Big, they were already taking a humongous drop.
Absolutely.
A humongous drop. Just in 1 week out of the 12 weeks of the trend.
Well, he's
so
a
when
cash
the entire,
guy.
Huh?
Yeah, he's the cash cow for them.
So when big, I mean, who the hell listens to that crap music they're playing?
Yeah.
But when the entire book comes out on April 29, which is, what is today, the 9th? 20 days, so it's 3 weeks from yesterday. When that comes out, you're going to see Big just fall off the face of the earth. Y100, what? IOD, and of course the Rushmeister, they won't turn him off, but there's your choice. You can make this statement or not. WLVE, Love 94, which only Suits listen to jazz anyway. 103.5 Men in Black, that's not our audience, but I just mentioned WRFX, Fox Sports. How many listeners they got?
About 30, man.
Zeta, 94.9. Poor Paul and Ron, huh? Poor old Paul and ancient Ron. And the WCTH, Thunder Country, 100.3, which I didn't even know there was another FM in the market. They must have big numbers. Huh?
Neither did I. I never heard of that.
100.3, Thunder Country FM, WCTH FM. So those are the 8 South Florida Clear Channel stations. El Anticristo, man, say goodbye to them immediately, if not sooner. And I'd also, just for Lent and for the holidays in general, once you finish hiding, what do you call it again? You hide the what?
Afikomen.
Oh, Afikomen. I thought he was like driving at the track in the third race last night with Satch Warner. You have to be kidding me. How could I have lived all of this time?
You never found the Afikomen?
Surrounded by Jewishness, huh?
You never found the Afikomen at Passover dinner?
I never heard of it. I was only at a Seder once in my lifetime that I can recall. I was a little kid, about 5 years old, and I remember they gave me a little taste of the wine, and I remember just being like stone off my ass.
Nice.
In fact, I can remember that's about the only memory I have of my grandfather on my father's side, who was real, oh boy, what a classy family they were. Not, but at any rate, they're all dead now, including Dad. 5670560, pound 560 on. Now, that's a terrible thing to say, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's my feeling. See, one thing. Let me give you a little piece of advice about life.
Sure.
You can pick your nose, you can pick your friends, but you cannot pick your relatives.
That's true.
So these people who spout that crap, oh, blood is thicker than water, all of that crap, I find that, I mean, to each his own, you're entitled to your own opinion. I find that just ludicrous, you know? Yeah. I mean, it's just the luck of the draw who you're born, your parents and your brothers and sisters and uncles and cousins and aunts and all of these things. Huh?
All of these things.
Right. That's just the luck of the draw.
You're right. 100%.
So some of your relatives may be really great. They may be fabulous people. Oh, there's that fabulous again. And some may be really holes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything that Josh has to dump again. I don't want to put him in that position of having to get all bent out of shape and nervous, having to dump, like when I said bag the other day.
Yep.
I apologize for that profusely. I will never say. See, the best way to wean yourself off all of this stuff, especially with this fascist crap that's coming out from the FCC now and from the Bush government and the Democrats too, they're spineless. The best way is just not to say these things like in private, off the air. Follow?
Yep.
Because I'm just the kind of person, you know me, I'm a potty mouth. I talk that kind of crap on it. It's just me. I think most people talk that way.
Yeah, so do I.
Which is the reason that in movies many, many years ago, I would say...
About 30, man.
About 30 years ago, they started what actual language like people really talk to make them a little bit more realistic, you know?
Why not?
Sure.
Sure.
And that's how radio was becoming too until all of a sudden one day Janet Jackson and Justin Tinkerbell destroyed it for everybody. That's the excuse we get. And I want to say it again for those people who think this is a right-wing thing. It technically should be, but even the great liberals, the Democrats, none of them are standing up for free speech, including Michael Copps, who's one of the 2 Democratic commissioners on the FCC. He makes Michael Powell seem like Larry Flint. That's how repressive and maniacal this guy is. I mean, these people are all nuts. All 5 of these word police, they're on the FCC. They're all crazier than a bedbug. Oh, well, you can't say this and you can't do that. And they just make it up as they go along. I've been telling you this for a long time. They just keep embellishing and embellishing. And Congress says, hey, it's an election year. You go for it, man. We don't want to be seen as supporting smut during an election year. And the rest of the public sits back and blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to tell you again, mark it down. Like Wayne says, mark it down. This is only the beginning. I've been saying this for weeks now because we already know that they want to extend this to cable and a satellite, and like the story we had the other day from John Ashcroft, and then even into your hotels where they can't show like adult movies in the hotel that you're paying for that's coming in over a wire. Can't do that.
That makes me mad.
I mean, where the hell does it end? I guess book burning's going to be next.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Howard, look at that. Mo, he still got it. A lot of us thought he lost it. None of us voted for him, though. We'll be pleased to know, Mo. Where was he this morning? Was this just a day off for good behavior?
He was called in sick.
He called in sick this morning, the Mo Howard David man?
Yes, the overnight guy told Grieper this morning.
That is, here's another one to add on there, by the way, Josh, onto our poll. Robert Grieper.
That's right.
The Grim Grieper. If I've told you once, I've told you 9 times about that self-hating little Jew man. Man, he is just brutal. Talk about politically confused.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, Mo Howard David, based on what you know and hear on the air, who do you think is the most obnoxious person at QAM? Mo Howard David has got 60, winning by a landslide.
Absolutely.
Hank's got 30. About
30, man.
Screw-Ann 17. Neil's got 10. I'm proud to say I got 10. I'm hanging 10. George 9. Greg Reed 5. The Mad Dog 4. Geldy's got 4. Clarence, every vote that Geldy gets, he gets another squeak. Clarence 3. Todd Drex got 3. I'm pleased to say that. Eddie Kay has got 3. Now, can you believe that?
No.
That is just outrageous.
He's got more than Freaky Carlos and Big O?
Freaky Carlos has only got 2. Jeff High's only got your vote, just the 1. The Big has got 1. And Duff don't have any. So I guess they don't know her too well.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
I can remember back when radio was cool. I said when I grow up, that's what I want to do. But now it's run by greedy corporate holes and suits that only care about the bottom line, not you. They are omnipotent, their power has no end. Because the CEO is Daddy Bush's friend. Consultants know what's meant for use in here instead. Your brain was wired up. They plugged it in. Clear Channel kills the radio star. Clear Channel kills the radio star. It turns on in and the talent is gone. It sounds the same no matter where you are.
The cyber radio you thought would take its place. They own the satellites and orbit out in space. And by the way, $4,000 is the fare. If you expect to get your song played on the air. Not if it's for free.
Clear Channel kills the radio star. 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 You don't care.
11:33, 27 on at 560 WQAM, your alarming station for the new millennium. Man, it was a lot of fun. Look at this. What is happening now is what used to happen during the days of Saddam. No freedom of opinions like the days of the Ba'ath Party, said Hussam Abd al-Qadir, protesting street vendor, telling Al Jazeera journalist after closing of the Al-Sadar newspaper. And that didn't win too many friends and influenced too many people in a positive way. No. When they come in and start shutting down newspapers because they don't like the opinions that they're... It kind of sounds like what they're doing with radio and TV in this country.
Yeah, pretty much.
What would you expect? Let's see. Oh, here's the facts reminding us. And how could we leave? And both of you are guilty, too. I said, did anybody we leave off of there? We didn't put Joe Rose on there. We got the Mad Dog, but not the little dog. Not Blockhead. So let's get Joe Rose on there right away, please. I do have something kind of interesting. This article by Max Castro, Israel and the State of Democracy in Miami, is really great. Thanks whoever faxed it in, but it's much too long to read on the air. Maybe I'll get it over to Eric later on. We'll put it on the website. But anyway, Scott at stopfcc.com, who really ticked me off a few days ago, and rightfully so, and I'm still really upset, because if he would have gotten together with Stern and they really would have gone with that, they could have the million signatures already. They could have taken out... Stern could have written a check himself. And they could have put a full-page ad in USA Today, and they could have gotten 50 million signatures, or at least 10 million anyway. But no. But anyway, on stopfcc.com, now I notice the ACLU is getting involved. There's a red banner there. Use the ACLU, send an instant fax or email to your senator webpage. All you do is just type in your zip code. Like, what's the zip code there at the station?
33169, yeah.
3169. It doesn't really make any difference what it is. I'm just using that as an example. And then a page comes up that says you're leaving stopfcc.com, being sent to an ACLU website. You click there. It says, please click here to continue or close the window if you don't want to. And then, depending on your zip code, this is what we've been looking for. Take action, says the ACLU. Well, thank God. It's a little bit late now, but maybe better late than never. Choose your message recipients. And here's your two senators, Bob Graham and Bill Nelson. Subject, And then, of course, subject could be Howard Stern being taken off the air by Clear Channel, censorship on the radio, the FCC going on, whatever you want. And then it's got an optional text down below, which can be the letter that you send. And then your closing, sincerely so-and-so, and you type in your name. That's a beautiful thing. Isn't that great?
Absolutely.
It says most members of Congress, other elected officials require certain information so they can identify constituents and respond to your concerns. And then you have a thing in the bottom you have to fill in with your name and address and the shoe size and so on. But if there are people that really still care, I mean, we got thousands of people to sign Scott's petition, even though he's still in a closet somewhere anonymous and don't want to get overly involved. And we could have taken out that ad and probably been well ahead. But nevertheless, I'm not doing this out of an ego trip. I'm doing it because somebody's got to at least try to do something to, like, put the brakes on. Tap the brakes a little bit, please, will you?
No.
Slow down the freight train, the runaway freight train to censorship. It's madness. So if you're pissed off about it and you want to, can we still say that?
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. Monday, maybe not. Then go to stopfcc.com and go clear down there to the bottom of that red banner and then tap out your thing to the FCC. Can we say tap it out?
No.
Oh. Minister gets 6.5 years for a three-state bank robbery spree. A minister from Maine was sentenced yesterday to 6.5 years in federal prison for committing a three-state spree of bank robberies in which he told tellers he had a gun and made off with a total of more than $13,000. Jerry Hayes, 53, of Hartford, Maine, was arrested last May 14 after robbing a bank in Haverhill, Mass. He was laundering the proceeds of the robberies to an account in the name of Shema First Apostolic Assembly in Canton, Maine, the FBI said. He also used money from the account to buy a handgun found in his car at the time of the arrest. Like that. He then robbed a Portland, New Hampshire bank April 8th, making off with nearly $3,000. Just 2 days later, he walked into a Danvers bank, handed a teller a note saying he was armed, and made off with more than $4,200. He was finally arrested after robbing the Haverhill bank, during which he threatened to take a hostage and made off with $2,550. This is a minister from Maine, a man of the cloth, a good man, a devout, pious man.
Praise the Lord.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. We may actually have to wind up giving away some tickets today, you know? I mean, it's only 11:30. This seems to be, I guess because of that alarm, to me it's seeming like the longest day of my lifetime today. I could be wrong about that, but it just seems like it's crawling by here.
That alarm was annoying.
There was a lot of stress. WQAM, hello.
Can I be on your show?
No, you can't. Get some help, okay? Get some Prozac, Ron. Get some Prozac. Get yourself a big handful, okay?
Rectum.
I don't want to tell you where to put them. WQAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Speak to me.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, is this Neil?
It sounds like me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just calling this, all this stuff with Ashcroft and basically everything the Bush administration is doing, there's nothing new. It's what their plan was when they first began. I remember seeing a Bill Moyers Now show on PBS about how...
Which, by the way, they wanted to get that show off the air.
Oh, that's not surprising because they usually go after them pretty well.
Right.
But their show was on how his primary agenda wasn't going after terrorists or anything like that. It was going after the porn industry and trying to whittle their way back from the porn industry into the radio markets. And it seems they've just used the whole Janet Jackson situation.
Right, that's correct.
As their ticket to just rampage the other direction from radio and work their way back eventually.
Trashing the First Amendment, trashing freedom of speech while the public is sitting back diddling their knuckles.
There was another excellent show that they had on that too. It was on freedom of assembly, on how they had kind of reestablished the notion of the old Nixon era, where the Justice Department would be sending infiltrators and the FBI as well into any kind of groups that were meeting, trying to form any kind of protests anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this is basically the agenda they came in with, and they're just using whatever happens to come up as an event.
Well, I'll tell you the people that I curse, and that's the mainstream media, why they are, and I'm going to tell you why they're not screaming and hollering, because, see, the Howard Sterns of this world aren't popular with the mainstream media. They're considered to be way off the deep end, they're over the line, shock jock, use whatever term you want. So the mainstream media has never supported people like Howard, so as a result they can always say, well, you know, they're not going to come after us, they're just going after people who are way over the line and are potty mouths and putting filth on the air, and nobody wants to be seen as supporting that. But in the meantime, they're really going after anybody who doesn't goose-step the company line.
They're going to go after him soon. They're not going after him now.
No, you're completely correct.
Okay, pal, hang in there. I'll see you at the border.
Okay.
Oh, Canada. By the way, the Leafs stunk last night. I mentioned that already, but I'm just pretty depressed. It's just a game, you know. Life goes on. Not going to sit here and cry. Man, bad calls by the officials. I got news for you. There was some bad calls, but forget about that. They stunk the joint out. They didn't show up. Anyway, Norm from Miramar says, I was looking for President Bush's website, ended up at a website called www.whitehouse.org. To my surprise, at the bottom left-hand corner, there's a banner that says, sponsoring partners, Clear Channel. Well, that couldn't be the Clear Channel that was having all them political rallies and ripping the Dixie Chicks and having all those pro-Bush rallies all over the country, could it?
Yes.
Oh. I went back this morning, and guess what? There's a Walmart banner now. This supports your theory that this administration and Clear Channel are... My theory that they're in cahoots? It's not a theory. I mean, they donate hundreds of thousands of dollars to Bush, Clear Channel. It says, by the way, don't visit whitehouse.com. It's an adult site. Actually, visit it while you still can, says Norm from Miramar. Well, you better get off of there, Norm, although we do have, on our website today, we got Leanne Tweeden.
Yes.
And Leanne is a lovely picture we got there, by the way. Leanne is about
30, man.
And there she is, a model, a Playboy model, no less. And actress of, actress, so to speak. Everybody's an actress, right?
Sure.
Even Freaky Carlos out there, she's a bad actress. Based on what you know and hear on the air, who do you pick as the most obnoxious person at WQAM? A little fun, chance for you to vent, get it out of your system. 225 votes. Look at this, Muff, Joe Rose, and those two don't have any yet. See, nobody don't like Muff or Joe. From the bottom up, Robert Creeper's got one. Nobody's seen it, but Robert Creeper's got one. Big O's got a pair. Jeff High Fat Boy's got 2. Eddie K's got 3. That just knocks me out. Probably guys are sour because he gave some bad betting advice.
That's got to be it.
Clarence 3. Todd Drex got 4. Freaky Carlos 5. The Mad Dog's got 6. I thought nobody don't like the Mad Dog. Geldy's got 7. Greg Reed's got 8. George 12. I got 17. I'm obnoxious, all right, and proud of it. Screwan 23. The Humper's got 40. And Mo, nobody can't touch Mo. 104.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Right-hand man of the Taliban, second only to Bin Laden. On the land to my house he ran, now he's hiding in my basement. And you thought it was over, they got Saddam in Iraq. Well, the joke's on you, you pathetic boo, 'cause one of them came back, Bula Bula Omar. He's a terrorist for Allah. I tried to tell a reporter, but none of them wanted to hear. He's an evil dude with a bomb or two, and no one cares he's here. Bula Bula Omar. Bula Bula Omar.
Oh! 11:46, 14 till noon at 560 WQM. We got no Mad Dog today. We got Curtis Stevenson going to be on for the Mad Dog at 2. You think Mad Dog's in church?
I don't think so.
The Humper, though, the Hebrew Hammer will be along at 4. 3 solid hours of the Hammer today, which is pretty heavy duty for him. Marlins on deck at 7. The Phillies at the Marlins. I bet you we got a bunch of tickets for that game tonight.
Take some calls.
All right.
Maybe call Miguel and ask him if we can get some tickets out.
Oh, no. Let's give some tickets away. What do you say, huh?
Sure.
You want to? How many we got?
A whole bunch.
We do?
I don't know. I'm sure it won't be tough to get.
Well, how are they going to get them?
Take some calls.
All right.
Maybe call Miguel and ask him if we can get some tickets out.
Oh, no. Let's give some tickets away. What do you say, huh?
Sure.
You want to? How many we got?
A whole bunch.
We do?
I don't know. I'm sure it won't be tough to get.
Well, how are they going to get them? Are these for tonight's game?
Probably.
A little bit too, but Hank used to be, until I told him, I gave him that lesson about taking the money right to the bank and just forget about all the other crap.
Well, yeah. Well, good. I'm glad things are smooth over. He seems to have
As far
a
as
nice,
all the other stuff, we have Mo's motto.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Neil, I'd love to get tickets if I could.
To what?
Either the Heat or the Marlins, whichever you choose.
Well, we got a pair for tomorrow's Marlin game. You want those?
I would love them.
Okay, hang on. Now, see, you thought I was going to hang up on that guy, right?
Yeah, I definitely did.
Why?
I don't know. I just thought that you were just.
Now, see, you're going to call me a hypocrite because I was telling you before the show today that hearing Joe Rose give away Marlin tickets this morning, and It really did. It just grossed me out. I was screaming to Duff about it. It's just awful, awful radio.
And here you are.
And I'm doing it. Well, see, listen, like I told you, I'm just here for the check, and they don't really care, you know.
Well, it's Good Friday.
It is Good Friday. It's a holiday. They're not telling us any more about that crap. You know, this really disturbs me a lot. Maybe I'm the only one, but I doubt it. And that is that every single day, it seems, there's a bunch of stuff that comes on briefly on one of these talking head, either CNN, MSNBC. Like yesterday, loud explosions in Iraq. And we never heard anything more about it. I mean, all day. And believe me, I watch all the news as much as I can. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn on the BBC. So when it gets to be the top of the hour, which unfortunately the top of the hour will be like noon, so it'll be like 5 in the afternoon. That's good, 5 in the afternoon over there with the Brits. And to see what that'll happen, because there's almost never a follow-up. And if there is, it's not until the next day or many, many hours later. I think inquiring minds would like to know what the hell's going on over there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, sure. After that, a big bomb going off or whatever. Are you kidding me?
On the Sheraton Hotel?
Yeah.
Now listen, how many tickets do we actually have? Now for you to sit there and say, oh, we have like an unlimited amount, is that what you're saying? Like these people could get a section if they wanted?
I'm sure we can give out a whole bunch.
Well, no, see, I'm not, you're very...
We're going to get confirmation from
very
Miguel.
Smooth, very calm, very mellow, but just, excuse me if I just don't take you at your word that we have very, very many. If somebody said, oh, I got 40 tickets or something, then I would say, okay, we can give away up to 40. Okay. But I'm not going to give away 40 tickets if I find out we got 6, you know?
We only have 6 pairs.
See? There's Josh as the answer for it. And there's Zach saying, oh, we got as many as you want. We got tickets up the old yin-yang.
No,
you know?
we have as many as we want, up to 6. That's what I meant to say.
6 pair.
Yeah, 6
okay?
pair, yeah.
6, count them. One more.
Yeah,
okay.
That's 6.
6 pairs. So one's gone already.
Yeah, so we only
Speaking
have
of
5.
Geldy, join it tonight from 6 to 8 at the Davy Quarterdeck. Located at 3155 South University Drive. Stop by for Amstel Light Specials. Win Marlin tickets. Marlin tickets, if you don't get them from us, you might get them from Geldy. You might get one of those, too. And register to win a trip for 2 to the WQAM Iceland Open in June. I have no idea what that is. You notice I keep saying I have no idea what it is, and nobody comes in and tells us what it is?
It's a golf tournament.
It's a what?
It's a golf tournament.
The Iceland Open?
Yeah, I've never heard of it, but yeah.
Well, where is it? It says a trip for 2. Is it in Iceland?
Yeah, it is in Iceland.
Oh, I see. Well, who the hell wants to go there? Like the Reykjavik or something?
Well, you play golf.
Get out of town, man. Join George tomorrow from noon to 2 at Celluland, an authorized Verizon wireless store at 4410 West 16th Avenue in Hialeah. He'll have more Marlin tickets and other crappy, very, very low-budget prizes, too. And he'll give you the insight on those phony auctions we had on the Beasley website. Based on what you know and here on the air, who do you pick as the most obnoxious person at WQAM? Leading the pack, Mo Howard Davided.
Absolutely.
In a league of his own, man. Despised by all. 123 for the Mo man, who did a nice job on that Celtic Heat game, by the way.
He did.
That's what you said.
Yeah, he did.
And you played that clip. It was okay. It wasn't Johnny Most, but it was okay. It wasn't, what's the guy that used to do the Laker games that just croaked? Chick Hearn.
Chick Hearn, yep.
Was no Chick Hearn, that's for sure, but it was okay. Not great, but it was pretty good. Hank 47, Screwan 29, Neil 24, yep, George 15, Greg Reed 13, Freaky Carlos 11. See, I'm despondent that thing I'm more obnoxious than Freaky Carlos. Although maybe a little bit better known.
Give it some
Geldy's
time.
up to 10. Mad Dog's got 8. Big O's got 5.
Oh!
Todd Dreck, I'm pleased to say, is moving up nicely. 4. He got my vote. He is the epitome of crap. Jeff High, Fat Boy's got 3. Clarence 3. Eddie K's got 3. Duff's got 1. And Josh says he don't want to see it. Robert Creeper's got 1. And Joe Rose has got the big, nobody don't like blockheads.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Frau Ileana Ross-Leitman, and I like scrubbing my smelly gorilla ass with soap made from jewels and listening to the Neil Roque Comunista Hour.
Starting next week on 560 WQAM, it's My 3 Sport Holes. Starring Greg Reed as Uncle Greg, Mo Howard David, Geldy Geldersleeves, and Gay Carlo.
You, princess, you.
What's going on here?
They're teasing me, Uncle Greg, and I have a big day tonight.
All right, both of you, cut that out. Now I want all you kids out of my kitchen.
All right.
Yo, Mo.
Yeah, boss.
Would you give me a haircut?
Sure.
Thanks.
Right back.
Yeah, I'm delivering this $50 million check to Mark Rocky Rakikiko to help put us out of business, you see.
Put us out of business? That don't make sense.
Well, life gets boring and... Oh, never mind. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Now cut my hair.
Okay, boss.
What's that noise?
Oh, that's Geldy drowning in a bowl of soup.
Well, can't he swim?
Let him die.
Mo, what's this sticking out the side of my head?
That's your ear. I can cut that off, too, if you like.
Oh, yes, that's it. Joe, cut that out.
Whatever you say, pal.
No, that's it. My 3 Sport Hole. Only on 560 WQAM, your community-minded sports whorehouse.
1202 at 560 WQAM. Happy Good Friday, or unhappy, whatever it is. And don't forget to search for the, what is it? Afi Coleman?
Afi Coleman.
Afi Coleman.
That's right.
Who's probably kin to Gary Coleman, but probably a little bit taller. Anyway, no more news. I checked BBC and CBC and the SPCA and the FBI and the CIA, and they give you like a little tease. Loud explosions. Every day we keep hearing about loud explosions, and the windows breaking at the Sheraton Hotel in Baghdad, and then that's it. Bye-bye, you know. Here's a much more important story, though. Obviously, a 9-year-old girl in Newport Richey, Florida, accused of stealing a rabbit and $10 from a neighbor's home, was arrested, handcuffed, and questioned at a police station. 9 years old.
Jeez.
They handcuffed her?
A Pasco County Sheriff's deputy found a black and white rabbit named Oreo. Oh, now that's bad. But this is a true story. This is on CNN, so it must be true. They found Oreo hopping around the girl's living room. According to the arrest report, she was read her rights and taken away in the back of a patrol car.
Are you kidding me?
No.
That is unbelievable.
The girl began to cry during questioning. This was on Tuesday. How come it took 3 days to get this story out? Probably too embarrassing. Yeah. She admitted taking the rabbit belonging to another child, but denied taking 2 $5 bills and some change, according to reports. I'm going to tell you, man, the rabbit police now. We got the word police, the sex police, the porno police, the jaywalking police, the driving without your seatbelt police. Now we got the rabbit police. Sheriff spokesman Kevin Dahl defended the arrest and said if the victim of a crime wants an arrest, deputies are required to act if there's enough evidence. Lori Ventura, the mother of the child who owns the rabbit, said the girl's been involved in other incidents and needs help. The deputy could have taken a report and referred the charges to the state attorney, said Pasco Pinellas public defender Bob Dillinger. The girl was released to her mother from...
Unbelievable.
This is a true story.
I can't believe that.
The girl was released to her mother from a juvenile assessment center about an hour after her arrest, which she said was scary. She also said she didn't like the deputy. He put one handcuff on me really tight, she said yesterday. In the patrol car, he just stared at me in the mirror. Yeah, she was sitting in the back handcuffed, and he's looking in the back like, just don't make any sudden moves, honey. Yeah. Or bada bing. That's it.
A rabbit.
9-year-old girl charged for stealing rabbit in Newport Richey, Florida. Zion America, as they say in China.
Unbelievable.
How do you like that?
I can't believe that.
Maybe she thought she found the Afikoman. Maybe she found the rabbit under a piece of monster.
In a napkin, yeah.
In a napkin. That is so bizarre. How you know that? It's just your parents must be really from or something, are they?
No, I went to Hebrew school and they said, hey.
I went to Hebrew school and they never told me about no Afi Coleman.
Well, if you find the Afi Coleman, then you get the money. That's the only reason why I looked into it.
Oh.
Or you get the chocolate or something, so you know I was looking for it.
Wow. Maybe you could pull the Afi Coleman out of your
rectum.
5670560 pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon Wireless line. 5 more pair. Can we stretch this out till 2 o'clock?
Yes.
You ain't never seen nobody stretch like me. 'Cause I'm just a basket case. Ordinarily, that thing with the fire alarm, I handle those things very well, but it's just so loud and deafening. In addition, in the back or maybe even more toward the front of your mind, visions of sugar plums are dancing in your head, and you're thinking, well, what if there really is a fire? But then now that you tell me you guys could have handled it with no problem at all, I should have probably just said, oh, guess what? We got a real fire alarm in the building. I'll see you.
Yep.
That would have been like Mo just taking the day off. That would have been a great scam.
Yeah, it's Good Friday. Why not?
Something to think about when I come back. WQAM, hello.
Hi.
WQAM, hello.
Neil.
I'm not sure if that was Ron or not, but it sounded too much like it. Yes.
When you said Afi Coleman, the first thing I thought of was the UN chairman.
Yeah, isn't that his name? Afi Conan.
Something like that.
I guarantee he ain't looking for the Mats. I'll guarantee you that.
Are the Toronto fans a little upset today?
It's very quiet, so I would imagine that they're a little bit somber. They're reevaluating their lives, but it would they're trying to say now it was only one game. You know what I'm saying? It was only one game, but it was a pretty depressing performance if you ask me.
Eddie the Beagle looked like he was wandering around a little bit.
Yeah, that one on the breakaway by Jose came out. I was really surprised. He usually doesn't do something like that, and just went flopping like it just wasn't in the cards. You know, it was a bad game.
And it was in Toronto, right?
Yes, sir. So there goes the home ice advantage right down the turlet.
Unbelievable. You know that Geldy sound? I think both O'Brien. I think that would make a good car alarm.
Yeah. In fact, now that we can't play the Eisen car alarm or big black guy named Ben, we can have the Geldy car alarm. That's a good idea for a bit.
Sounds good. I'd love to go to the game tomorrow night.
Okay, hang on.
You got it.
He's got a pair. Now, see, 2 for 2. Now, you can't believe that, can you?
No.
Because now the first guy was sucking around, telling me that Hank said nice things about me, which comes as no surprise, although maybe he didn't even say that, you know. He was just sucking around. Yeah. See, the psychological games don't work well with me. Because I can smell them a million miles away.
Of course.
I just happen to be in a kind of mood where, sure, why not, you know. Right?
Yeah, why not?
Why the hell not?
It's good Friday.
And this guy, he's sucking up to me by talking about the Leafs and about hockey, which he knows I'm interested in. So he also is playing psychological radio call-in with me. And now he's thinking to himself, hey, it worked, you know. Now, I might go to like 140 before I give another pair away. Just the obnoxiousness of, and how many votes I got. Look at 25. I'm in 4th place on there. I'm obnoxious. So I better live up to it, right?
Of course.
Although Screw-Ann's got me beat. She's got 35. The Humper, 59. And Mo Howard David is in it, like I said. He's off to the races, 144. I'm sure he's listening right now, wouldn't you think?
Well, he's going to not say he is, though.
Huh?
He's not.
Oh, that's right. He hasn't listened to the show since the week ago. Shavuos is what he always listens. He's obsessed with his station.
I'm listening.
All this man does is play golf, go and air out his hair pieces, and
I'm listening.
Listen to QAM. I've never seen anybody who listened to this station as much as he does. Calling in on other people's show, all of these things. Although from what you're telling me, maybe he's mellowed a little bit.
Yeah, a little.
From what you're telling me. You never told me any such thing. 5670560. I'm just looking out for you for when Geldy goes off to do the hockey game.
Yeah, I know. Could be me and
so you can get back on here with Zach and Mo. I can see it.
Why not?
WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil. How are you doing today?
Pretty good.
Listen, a couple.
You know where I can find the Afi Coleman?
No, I don't. But it's an interesting premise. I'm listening to this. First off, I did call to glum for tickets, and I didn't really want to talk about this other aspect, but since you brought it up, the thing that's driving me so crazy about society right now with this whole war in Iraq and everything else is how much the mainstream media is giving this president a free ticket on the events in Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if this was Clinton, what do you think would be happening right now? The whole
we'd be in another impeachment trial would be going on already.
Exactly. The whole premise of this war in Iraq is to win the popular support of the Shiite Muslim population. And now that they're rising up and killing Americans by the baker's dozen by the day, it seems like nobody in the free press wants to stand up and say, wait a second.
Well, I'll tell you whose fault I think it is. I think it's the Brits' fault, myself. Oh, he wanted tickets. I forgot about that. I just don't, I'm not into the Brits. See, the Brits make me do things that rhymes with Brit.
Oh.
That's why he's gone.
Gotcha.
I mean, he's just sucking around by talking about this other stuff, which I don't want to turn this into light bulb today and go into a whole thing about the war. I don't want to do that, you know. Leave that to the goddess, okay? Leave that to Randy. She can handle it. On Air America, which I hope they last. I have my doubts. I hope they last. But anyway, if he would have just dumped that British accent, he might have gotten some tickets, although I doubt it, because if I would have done 3 in a row, we got to... I mean, when you said we got all you want, that was so ludicrous, man.
Well, all you want up to 6 pairs.
Up to 6 pairs. See, Josh, he's the nervous Nelly there. Now, how did you find that out?
I found Miguel.
You found Miguel. Now, is it Miguel that's responsible for putting Joe Rose into that this morning, or is it clearance?
I'm sure it's a promotions department, but I don't know. I don't know that we just
Clarence probably liked it, you see, because it's a sports thing. We got to promote the Marlins, man. And of course, there's one obvious question, and we do carry the Marlin games, but
why?
You know, I mean, why do we feel so compelled to be promoting all of these things? And what was that I heard this morning? Now, who was talking about it? Was it Joe Rose? About the Panther organization is blaming QAM for lack of public interest or something like that. Did I read that into what he said?
Joe said something about that on the air. I don't know if he's the one who actually brought it totally up.
Well,
to
what the hell's that all about?
I don't know. They're just, I guess, we don't pay enough attention.
If the Panther organization, well, first of all, nobody cares about hockey, so it's a death wish, although it's pretty shameful that every time Geldy mentions one blurt about hockey, Mo shuts him up right away.
Oh, yeah.
But nobody cares about it, so discuss it for more than 30 seconds at a time is a death wish. And number two, if the organization wants to know what the problem is and why the public is out of favor, or the other way around, all Alan Cohen's got to do is look in the mirror. Mistake after mistake after mistake. That whole Bernie Kosar thing, man, that was such a farce. Such a dog and pony show. And unloading everybody and anybody. I mean, who the hell knows who these people are on the team? They got a lot of good young players in the organization, but nobody knows who the hell they are. I don't know who half of these guys are. And if I don't know Mr. Hockey, how the hell does the average schmuck in South Florida would know a hockey puck from a stale Offie Coleman? Wouldn't that be something if you're looking for the Offie Coleman and you find a napkin and there's a hockey puck in it? Yeah. Signed by Alan Cohen.
Well, it could be you're supposed to get a special prize when you find the Ivy Company. It could be a hockey puck.
Oh, such silly crap, man. Silly stuff. It's just, it's for the kids. It's for the kids. Like the Goyim have their Easter eggs, so the Jews have to have something at Pesach to pacify the kids, you know?
Why not?
Like that Pesadicky candy. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, let's look at this. Who are you more likely to believe? Condi Rice, 43%, Richard Clark, 36%, 21% unsure. That's the CNN Time poll just out. That's pathetic. Condi Rice, 43%, Richard Clark, 36%, unsure, 21%, and yet, the same organization, although it was just on their website, CNN, took the poll this morning. Are you satisfied with Condoleezza's testimony? 46% yes, 54% no. But of course, they've already had a chance to rip the crap out of Richard Clark and make him look like a bag. See, I almost said it, Josh. They've done everything in their power to discredit him. So Condoleezza, Dr. Rice, she's a very erudite, educated bitch. That one, I think to call her a lightweight will be an insult to every lightweight in the world. She's an idiot. She's tragic. To think that our lives, that the future of the human race is hanging on her thumb, I mean, that's pretty sad. Forget about her leader. I mean, that's another story altogether. Yeah, forget about W. 12:14 at 560 WQM. If your mattress is lumpy and bumpy, your back will tell you when you get up in the morning you feel like you didn't sleep for 2 minutes. If you need a new mattress, lots of things you can do, but the only smart deal is to make that easy call to Dial a Mattress. I've been telling you about these people for years. Dial a Mattress backs up everything they say in their ads 100%. Their competitors still lie like crazy, like Greg Reed. Their ads scream no down payment, no interest, no payments for 24 months. Tiny print at the bottom of the ad reads like an encyclopedia of disclaimers. Requires a minimum purchase higher than the advertised sale prices. Many times, not a single advertised item would qualify for finance. Interest penalties 21% or more. Shoppers who need financing the most rarely even qualify. Dial a Mattress, the good news is they've got no tiny print or disclaimers in their ads. When you call 1-800-MATTRESS, you'll discover there's never an extra charge for same-day delivery. And Dial a Mattress takes same-day orders all day long, every day, from Kendall to Stewart, from Palm Beach to Fort Myers. When you call 1-800-MATTRESS, you pick the date and 2-hour delivery window when you want your mattress delivered, and guess what? It's a miracle they actually show up on time. So call right now and you'll see for yourself why 1-800-MATTRESS is ranked number one in customer satisfaction. Dial a Mattress reminds you to read that fine print too, because they want you to know that when you're buying, you ought to know what it is, even if you decide not to buy from them. So do the smart thing like I've been doing for a very long time. When the old mattress has had it, just sit there on your fat ass and make one easy call to Dial a Mattress. Call 1-800-MATTRESS or log on to their website at mattress.com. Dial a Mattress at 1-800-MATTRES, the honest way to buy a great new bed.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
There's a lady in town. She's an Orthodox Jew, and she needs to buy bread that is unleavened. Ooh, oh, and she's buying bread at 7-Eleven. Oh, and the bread is wonderful.
12:18 at 560 WQAM. So anyway, 3 pieces of matzah. Somebody faxed us a explanation of the afikoman.
I faxed that to you.
Even the goyim are. Oh, you wrote this out?
Yeah, I wanted you to have it.
I see.
So you
Why?
know what it was. So you could. There's the explanation.
So I could be more Jewish? I don't want to be more Jewish. 3 pieces of matzah are placed in a matzah cover, a cloth sleeve or envelope, and placed in the center of the Seder table. Before the meal begins, the middle matzah is removed and broken in half. One half is returned to the matzah cover. The other, the afikoman, is hidden to be hunted by the children at the end of the Seder table. The child who finds the afikoman wins a special prize.
There's the hockey
I think
puck.
it's like another bris for free. Yeah. So how do you like that? There's Zach's explanation. Zach, who's professionally Jewish today, even on Good Friday, which I think is outrageous. That'd be a good poll to do someday. What do you think is the most ridiculous holiday of them all?
That's a
probably
good one.
Ramadan would win, you think?
Yeah, probably.
5670560. We got 4 more pair of tickets to give away. I can't believe I'm doing this. Who talked me into this?
I don't know. I can't believe you're doing it either.
Why not?
I don't know.
You kept saying we got a lot of tickets. We got a lot of. Oh, and what is this? Somebody sends me a whole page on this now that you just faxed. Wow. Return to Chaim homepage. No thanks. The broken matzah. I'm not going to read this whole thing. This is
long.
so ponderous, man.
Yeah.
You think the Goyim care about this?
No.
You think the Jews care about this?
No.
Of course not. They want their damn tickets. Especially the Jews. Some Jews from Middle Eastern countries saw the afikoman as having special powers and kept a piece of it as a good luck charm. Wouldn't you think it'd get a little stale after a while?
I would probably eat it before it became a good luck charm.
Oy vey. Though the Passover lamb was central to the feast as described by Moses in the Torah, today there's no lamb eaten at Jewish Passover Seders. Why? Because after the destruction of the temple, the Passover sacrifice could no longer be properly made, so the lamb was no longer eaten at the feast. The last piece of matzah, called the afikoman, is substituted for the lamb. It even has to be eaten before midnight, just as Moses commanded, you shall let none of it remain until morning. Maybe he meant like 6:30 in the morning. Right?
Sure, why not? That's more
Oh,
than
this stuff here, whoever sent it, this is from some Orthodox yid out there in Radio Land. Get some help, okay, Pally? And by the way, take off those silly tzitzis. 5670560. I got a great idea. Let's do it on Monday when I come back to town.
Sure.
What we'll do is we'll take, what do they call the thing, the straps?
Oh man.
Come on, how could I have a brain fart on that? The straps.
Tefillin? Is that it?
No, the tefillin.
Tefillin. I knew I was close.
You got to lay your tefillin, man. At any rate, we'll take the tefillin and wrap it around Mo's neck and see if the piece flies off. That'd be cute. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon Wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I have a suggestion for your poll.
Okay.
Some people might think he's obnoxious, but I think he's kind of funny. I have to make my travel reports larger than life. I'm Mark Morgan.
Mark Morgan is a good choice. Thank you. Oh, he's not a member of our staff, so we can't put him on there. Mark Morgan. What do you think?
Oh, God. Every
No,
morning.
we can't put him on there. I don't want Josh going and putting him on there because once he puts him on there, he can't take it off.
That's right.
But we do like Mark.
I'm Mark Morgan. Now here's Neil Rogers on 560 QAM.
And that's nothing. Lately, I've noticed when I catch a minute or two in the morning there with Mo and Joe, he's more spastic than ever now.
Oh, yeah.
Mark. He's just like somebody's goosing him or something.
I'm
Well, we can't say
Mark.
goosing, like somebody is doing him.
Yep.
5670560. Now, the problem I'm going to have when I give the poll result is when I get to Geldy, because now Geldy is, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7th place. He's right on Greg Reed's ass. Geldy's got 14 votes now. There's your 14, I think.
I was counting.
Were you counting them?
Yeah.
See, he's keeping track. He wants to make sure, keep me on the straight and narrow path, or at least part of that. 5670560, pound 560. Don't forget, we got the lovely Leanne Tweeden on our website today. If you're over the age of 110, if you're as limp as a wet noodle, and that's about as good as you're ever going to get, then you have our permission to take a look behind that beaded curtain, okay?
By the way, Leanne Tweeden is dating Josh Beckett.
No.
The pitcher from the Marlins.
Get out of town.
Yeah, serious.
Now, you notice how he said the pitcher for the Marlins, like I wouldn't know who that is?
Well, no, I didn't. I was just saying that. I'm sorry. Just giving you a full description.
That is so demeaning and condescending, man. That is so grotesque.
What do you mean?
Now you've just exposed yourself as another sports nerd.
I am a sports nerd.
I didn't think you were one of them.
Well, I'm sort of sports nerd. I'm a semi-sports nerd. Can I get 50%?
Sports!
Yeah.
Sports! Another sports nerd, Zach Krantz. Now, let me also ask you this, since you're on this Jew kick today.
Sure.
With your Afi Coleman.
Uh-huh.
I have a feeling that your parents' original name was Rosencrantz.
It was. Well, Rosen is my mom's maiden name.
Right.
So her actual, but Rosencrantz I think was down the line way back in the day.
Uh-huh. And they changed the name.
Yeah, we had to change it.
That's like changing your name from Udalevich to Solomon.
Yeah, pretty much.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. We're talking about the future of the human race here today, and maybe some Marlin tickets too. We got 4 more pair. You notice now I'm chopping them off before they get to ask. And I heard that on Joe Rose's show when they started, I'm going to get right to it. No, you're not. I mean, if they don't have anything to talk about, I'm going to give them tickets? No chance. No. Right?
I told the callers they got to bring something to the table to get
Bring
the tickets.
something to the table, like the Afi Coleman would be good.
If they brought that, they'd get a special prize.
Maybe some kishki would be better, though. I love kishki.
Oh, that's
Gravy.
good.
Oh, man. I'm thinking of that for lunch today, maybe.
And a bowl of matzo ball soup.
Yeah. Sounds real Jewish to me.
It's very Jewish.
Topped off by a nice banana split. What?
That's
not trafe. What's
That's
wrong with a
exactly
banana
what
split?
I want. I would love a banana split right now.
I bet you would. What a cow. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, hi, I'm calling regarding the tickets.
Regarding what tickets?
The Marlins tickets.
The Marlins tickets?
Yeah.
Who are the Marlins playing?
Who are the Marlins, sorry?
Who are the Marlins playing? Oh, okay. 5670560. Well, I mean, if you don't even know who the hell are playing this weekend, I mean, what kind of a fan could you possibly be, okay? Now, that's really interesting because there was a Juliet lady, and it was just amazing because we never hear from no Juliet ladies. Very, very, very seldom. I mean, once in a blue moon. So if now, all of a sudden, we're going to get lady callers all over the place that we never get, and which I'm not complaining about no more, but that is so gratuitously grotesque. Wasn't that upsetting?
Yeah, well, you're going to get them all day now.
Who are they playing? And the sounds of silence.
She had no idea.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit of a clue.
Which reminds me exactly of Francisco Aruca is the best radio show on AM. And what time is he on?
I don't know.
Yeah. Same thing.
That sounded just like her.
In fact, it might have been the same bitch, same nice lady.
Yep.
Can't help you out, honey, unless you know who they're playing, unless you know something about first, unless you know how to get to first base, forget about it, okay? All these people that never would call the show that hate me like poison.
Forget about it.
Right, you tell them, Mo. Again. Come on.
Forget about it.
There you go.
I'm listening.
Mo's under the weather today, and we sure hope he really is sick. I mean, we hope he enjoys his long holiday weekend. Maybe he's looking for the Afi Coleman, like you said.
He's still searching.
He's searching for it. 1226 at 560 WQM. Pompano Park is doing something special for the kids tomorrow, April number 10. They're holding their annual Easter egg hunt for kids ages 10 and under, and there'll be 2,000 prize-filled eggs for the kids to gather up starting at 7 p.m. sharp tomorrow night. Plus, there'll be free miniature horse rides, and the Easter Bunny will be trackside to meet the children and pose for photographs. In fact, Don Brainerd's driving the Easter Bunny in the 4th race. It's something nice for the kids to enjoy, so bring the kids out and let them have some fun at the races, too. Located this way, Don, over here. This is where the finish line is, Don. Located just a half mile from both I-95 and the Florida Turnpike, Pompano Park is easy to get to from anywhere in South Florida. And best of all, Pompano Park gives you free admission and free general parking every single day. Live harness racing in the poker room. They're going every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday like tonight and tomorrow. Poker starts at noon and goes on till midnight, and live racing gets underway nightly at 7:05 in the p.m. Pompano Park is also open every day, 7 days and nights a week, for simulcasting with the best in harness, thoroughbred, and highlight action from all across North America for you to watch and plunge your guts on. Watch out for Tony Kerwood. Pompano Park, a block south of Atlantic Boulevard on Powerline Road. For the current race schedule, you can go online, pompanopark.com, or make this call, 954-972-2000. Don't forget, lots of extra festivities for the kids at tomorrow night at Pompano Park, and live racing tonight and tomorrow, 7:05 at Pompano Park.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Tries to put me down and says he has a larger congregation. I tell him right away, now listen here, Nunnik, ain't you heard of my show? It's number 1 in the nation. All the faith, give us all the so be true to your show. Act like you would to your mule. Be true to your show. Be true to your show. I got a new cloth yarmulke embroidered in gold.
sure is bold. I wear it everywhere when I go round to other AZAs. They don't know what to say. So be true to your show. Learn the ancient myths.
Okay.
Be true to your show. Support the funny friends. Be true to your show. On Fridays I'll be jacked up on the Sabbath service. I'll be ready to pray. I'll be steady now. My girlfriend's at the altar in the choir now. She'll be singing away. Be true to your show. Let your talent stay. Be true to your show. For the trees and yes, royal. Be true to your show. Yes, 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 be true to your show. Yes
All the fairy tales all the time, 12:33. What the hell is that?
Huh?
Do you hear that?
No.
One moment, please.
I do hear that now.
Another alarm on the parking garage. Somebody must be having a blast out there today. Do you think this is honor a Good Friday?
Yes.
Wow. Maybe we got some wild Arabs doing Ramadan a little bit late. So you're going to be hearing all that beeping and blowing again, I think. I have a feeling.
I'm excited.
And luckily, I still got my clothes on. Not my shoes, but I got my slippers I stole from one of the hotels in Europe.
Ooh.
Let's see. Police arrested a man for allegedly stalking teen pop star Avril Lavigne. James Speedy, who's
About 30, man.
was booked into jail for investigation of stalking after police searched his Seattle. There's the sirens again. Here comes the fire truck. They must get pretty tired of coming over here, you know. Was booked into jail for investigation of stalking after police searched his Seattle suburban home Wednesday, the same day the 19-year-old Canadian singer and Grammy nominee played a free concert at a mall south of Seattle, eh? He later posted $5,000 bail and was released. Officers have been investigating the case since last summer when they were contacted by Ontario, Canada police about harassing letters and emails sent to Lavigne. Detective Jerry Reiner said they did place the family of Avril Lavigne and of Lavigne herself in fear, he said, but he refused to discuss the content of the messages. Speedy does not have a listed telephone number. It's unclear whether he had obtained a lawyer. Yada, yada, yada. He's stalking Avril Lavigne. Shame on you, Speedy. 4 more pair of tickets to the Marlins and the Phillies game. That's who they're playing. The Philadelphia Phillies, okay?
Yep.
Now, I don't have any idea because I don't pay any attention to baseball. Phillies last year were pretty good, right?
Yes.
Not as good as everybody thought they were going to be, but
No.
they're probably pretty decent this year, right?
Yeah.
So it should be a bigger draw than the Expos.
Oh,
And I'll say it again, you got to tip your hat to the the fans of South Florida, because they had 55,000 plus for opening day, a record by far on Tuesday. Wednesday they came back with 655, something like that. And last night 18,121.
Yeah, and I think this weekend they're expecting a huge crowd.
And why not? It's a weekend, it's a holiday, kids have been out of school, and of course on a weekend, what can I tell you? It's a festive holiday. They're out there looking for the afikoman and the Easter eggs. Now, what if you're looking for the afikoman and you find an Easter egg inside your napkin?
That would be very impressive.
Does that mean that the Glam are getting to you?
Possibly.
The Phillies at the Marlins tonight, so we're going to have big crowds out there. You got to tip your hat while it lasts, you know. We got to keep these people going, especially since the high holidays have come and a lot of the snowbirds are long gone. A lot of people are on vacation all week long and still put in some pretty good crowds. So far be it for me to pee on a parade, even though I couldn't care less. So we got tickets for tomorrow night. Of course, there's some other big activity going on tomorrow night, too.
What's that?
That's Ottawa against the Maple Leafs at the Air Canada Center here in Toronto.
Are we
Game 2.
We're giving out tickets for that?
Well, let's give out some tickets then, and maybe some plane tickets on Air Canada. The bad news is, who knows if they'll still be in business by tomorrow. 567. Oh, they got the problems. 5670560 pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. I want to clarify because I don't want to get my friends at Air Canada all bent out of shape. They're still in business. They got the extension from the court till May something or other, and life goes on. Okay, they're still doing just a fine job.
Oh, we're fine.
WQAM, hello.
Yeah, hello. I'd like to speak to Neil.
Speaking.
Neil, how you doing? Rob
Pretty
here
good.
in Boca. Actually, this morning we took the afikoman, and we made matzo brie with it.
Matzo brie?
Yeah,
Why?
that's pretty exciting for the first time for my Korean partner and wife and half Brazilian son.
Uh-huh.
While we're looking for the Easter egg. But we did a site for the Marlins, actually a fan site, and we got a picture of Leanna tweeting a couple weeks ago. Just go to mymarlins.com.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, we actually...
Don't be promoting no porno sites now on the radio.
No porno site. Heaven
Okay.
forbid that. Jeez, we might be...
Be off the
George
air
may
by
not
1
like
o'clock.
that. But actually, we stopped going to the Marlins because they were down in Miami. We're here in Boca. We're
Right.
in Miami Beach.
Well, we don't want to make you drive all that distance. Okay. 5670560 pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. It's a pretty long schlep, right? Only somebody like Mo deserves to have to make that schlep every day. In fact, maybe that's why he didn't want to make the drive this morning, okay? It's a long schlep from Boca all the way down there to the Dade-Broward line. Maybe he just wasn't in the mood for it, okay? And he called in sick. He's entitled, especially when you're inundated with so much hate. I wonder why they're not doing I guess they got sucked in once this morning in the building and not going through the whole song and dance again. You notice?
Yep. I don't hear the
It was
alarm
just the initial like that. And then the guy came on. We've got a report, and then I heard a couple of fire trucks. I saw him, but that's the end of that. I guess. I hope. Now, why would there be like two in one day?
Because it's Good Friday.
Maybe we have some surely. Well, that could be it. Maybe somebody's getting crucified in a parking garage now on Good Friday. I don't know. Or maybe the Arabs, like I said, are acting up again. Based on what you know and here on the air, who do you pick as the most obnoxious person as WQAM? Mo Howard David at 176. Wow! He's more than 100 ahead of his nearest competitor, which is the Humper, the Hebrew Hammer. 176 here on WQAM. 178 now. I can't even keep track.
I'm listening.
The Humper's got 74. Screw-Ann 38. I got 34, which I'm very proud of. I'm obnoxious and proud of it. George 23. Geldy 19.
There you go.
Gregory 16. I can't believe you're actually counting. Creaky Carlos 13. The Mad Dog's got a dozen. I can't believe that. Can you?
No.
Wow. Even the big has got 8. Todd Reck 6. I'm glad to see Todd Reck is leading the salespeople that we got on here, except for Screw-In. Fat Boy, Jeff High's got 4. And Jeff High's got a holiday message for all his friends out there.
Hiya, Pally!
Clarence 3. Eddie K 3. Joe Rose got 3. An old blockhead finally got on the board. Robert Grieber's got a pair. And Duff, not wanting to be left out. The Muffmeister's got a couple. 5670560. What do we got left? 4 more pair?
Yep.
You'll see. I'll squeeze it right till the very end.
Good.
So if you're on the line right now calling, the chances are, hey, you never know. It just depends on what mood I'm in at the moment you call, because you know me, I'm obnoxious.
Absolutely.
That's what Mo will tell you. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Uncle Neil, how you doing?
Happy Pesach. Happy Easter.
Happy Pesach, Boobermeister.
Happy Kofi Annan.
Hey, listen, I was over at Pollo Taco Cows
Really?
couple weeks ago. I saw your entire sales staff there. They're like
Wow.
clones. They look all identical with the greased back, slick hair, black hair, jet black
That's
hair.
them.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But anyways, you're doing a great show, Neil. Your last couple weeks have been fantastic with all the
Have they?
ribbons you've been giving to Bush and the FCC and all that good stuff.
Okay, thanks. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. 5670560. Don't forget, by the way, stopfcc.com, even though Scott turns out to be a little bit of a flake. I don't know. Maybe he's not, but he's just not very cooperative. He struck gold, man. He had somebody in me that was really ready to go to bat for him. We got him thousands of signatures. We were going to put that thing on the map, but I don't know. He's off in his own world. But now he's got the ACLU going, which I'm very pleased about that, because at least we know who they are and where they can be found, and at least they're like reliable people. You know, like they said in The Godfather, we want reliable people for this, not somebody who's going to get carried away. And then he said on the other one, he said to give it to that some Jew judge in the Bronx.
Yep.
Now, which one was that? Let's see. The Undertaker. He's the one that wanted revenge for his daughter.
Yeah.
And who's the other one? Oh, the Baker. Enzo the Baker.
Yes.
Who wanted, whatever the guy's name was, to stay in the country and be married to his daughter. Ah, Godfather, you know everything. Anyway, there it is, right there at the bottom of StopFCC.com. I hope a lot of you, since it's a holiday and since a lot of you just screwing off, just go to that today, even if you already signed it. This is a whole separate deal. The ACLU is getting involved, and there's a link. Just put in your zip code, and the reason you put your zip code in is because then it'll direct you to the ACLU site. But your Florida senators, assuming you're in Florida, we got people listening on the internet who are elsewhere, but whatever state you live in, it'll pop up with your 2 senators, and you can fire them off a letter right away. I would sure do it now, man. While you still got anything left on the air besides old Martha Stewart tapes, I would do it today. Hop right on it. Howard Stern history on Clear Channel, in case you missed that. Another $95,000 fine, almost $500,000 against Cheap Channel. You see, the interesting part of that whole deal is, what is $500,000 to Clear Channel when they're doing $9 billion a year, when they've been allowed to have 1,200 radio stations, when they got almost all of the billboards, when they've got the whole music industry, all the concert thing going in, that scam. So it looks like they're slapping them on the wrist, but it's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Pocket change.
Right, exactly, pocket change. So that's just $500,000 they won't be able to give to Bush, which is good news.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. WQAM.
A bastard.
If you're on the radio, you gotta use restraint. So the neocons can govern and control your brain. Don't use obscenities now.
Stop it
There's
right
a reason
now.
for that.
They take dissension by distorting the facts.
You've been officially warned. No, you can't say that.
No.
If you're not a Republican or good Christian, then what you say on the air will be considered a sin. Don't put the president down. You'll be silent for that.
Just like the body count that's back from Iraq.
You've been officially warned. No, you can't say that. Better make it clean. With reference to the Lord of Fun or the FCC. We'll find you one day and take your license away. Boy, that for all I know could be a word to avoid. Or I could have my radio career destroyed. They'll shut the signal down.
Shut it right now. Except for White House cleared neocon acts.
You've been officially warned. No, you can't say that.
It was another false alarm. How do you like that? 2 on the same day. We broke a record here today. Keep everybody on their toes. Probably bring a lot of people out of their coma after that elite performance last night. A lot of depressed people here in TO today. But the sun is shining. It's a beautiful day. In case Castronova's listening, sunny and 52 today. Not bad. Don't forget, join Geldy tonight, 6 to 8 p.m. at the Davy Quarterdeck at 3155 South University Drive. Stop by for Amstel Light specials. Win Marlin tickets. Marlin tickets free from Geldy. They love them. And register to win trip for 2 to the WQAM Iceland Open Golf Crap in June in Iceland. Is that for real?
Yeah.
We're sending people to Iceland?
I think, yes.
How come, why don't we send them to someplace nice? You know, let's send them to Holland. Let's send them to Germany. Let's send them to somewhere they'll be safe. Oh, that's right, Iceland. And then join George tomorrow at noon to 2 at Celluland, an authorized Verizon wireless store at 4410 West 16th Avenue in Hialeah. More Marlin tickets waiting for you with Jorge and other big prizes too. Not just some other crap. So the deal is, you remember how long it was right near the beginning of the show, wasn't it? About 10:15 when they had the Baghdad stuff?
Yes.
With the all the alarms and the explosions at the Sheraton Hotel. Here it is now. It's 12:47 in the afternoon. Do we have any more information?
No.
Any idea of anything?
No.
No. See, I find that hard to understand because they've got reporters there, they've got cameras there, they've got something going on. How come we have nothing? Let me take a puke at the BBC, okay, and see if maybe they got some special thing going on.
I'll be able to pick up an easy source of protein.
Oh, can you believe that? Those Brits, man. No wonder I got rid of that guy. What about CBC, huh? What about those good Canadian boys? They got anything on here?
Arthur. George not only had pictures of the face Fumiko had been looking for.
What language are these people speaking, eh? Wow, that was great. Did you ever hear the Scottish speak? Actually, that's not a Scottish brogue. That's a real heavy Irish brogue. Did you ever hear that?
Yes.
You can't understand a damn word they're saying.
Not one.
5670560. Let's get on it, okay? We got 4 more pair of Marlin Philadelphia Philly tickets. I think you're probably thinking to yourself, what a hypocrite he is, man. He was ripping Little Dog an ass this morning, and rightfully so, for just turning his whole show into a shameless giveaway. But it's Good Friday. What do you want?
Yeah, why not?
And I didn't realize that until after the first false alarm, and then realizing that, we'll do the best we can. We got a skeleton crowd out there. One thing about this town, man, there could be like only a few people
About 30, man.
in town, and if you said, I got something free to give away, it would just forget about it. It'd just go nuts on the phone, right?
Come
All
out of the
30 would
woodwork.
be on the phone.
Yeah, they come out of the woodwork for free tickets.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Pops, I was sucking around. You wouldn't give me any tickets. You cut me off.
That's cute. Wasn't that cute?
Yeah.
Cut you off because the message is you're not getting no tickets, okay, schmuck? Oh, let's see. CNN is now saying a projectile landed near a tennis court outside the Sheraton Hotel in Baghdad. No casualties were reported. I somehow missed that. Because what happens is they make such a big deal out of the initial thing. Oh, the loud explode. They get everybody whipped up to a frenzy like that. And then nothing. Do that all the time. Outside a tennis court. Are we going to be carrying that tournament on QAM?
Yeah.
Good. This weekend. 567, and don't call back if I chop you off. If I chop you off, it means get lost, all right? It means you don't get them. I can't give them to everybody. If we had thousands of tickets to give away, then it would kill the show. The only reason people continue listening is they want to hear some of you get dehumanized, and a lot of you deserve that. That the way you grovel and suck up because you think you got something free coming. Right?
Sometimes it's just
scary. How much are those Marlin tickets worth, Josh? Do you know, have you seen the face price on the ticket?
Right now. He's checking.
He's looking at it.
Yeah.
Now, maybe those say comp. Maybe they say like.
They probably do. They probably do because they're from us.
Well, not necessarily.
I don't think we give out many tickets that have the actual price on it. They're more than likely just all comp.
No price on it?
You ready for this? A whopping $1.
$1? $1 a holler?
Yep.
Wow. For $1 ticket. Now, I thought these were good seats, though. I thought that's what Zach was peddling before, which he lies a lot, I've noticed.
What?
I thought you said these were great seats.
Great seats, huh? They are, maybe.
Yeah. In other words, they're inside the ballpark.
Well, they're in the ballpark, and if you have binoculars,
in other words, they're 10 rows behind the nosebleed, where the nosebleeds end. These are 10 rows behind, where you have to have nosebleed and your own oxygen.
Yes.
$1 tickets. Now you're going to see the enthusiasm wane. Speaking of wane. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. I'm so sorry I asked you that. It makes us look so chintzy and cheap.
It's okay.
WQAM, hello.
Neil God.
Yes, sir.
Two things. In Michael Powell's far-reaching net to clean our radio airwaves, are you still allowed to play the parody of At the Hop?
No chance.
Really?
No way.
That's
got excretory sounds in it, man. No more fart sounds, no more that was part of Stern's latest find now.
Hey, yesterday you were talking about that BPL
Because Michael
bill.
Powell never farts. You do understand that, don't you?
Huh?
Michael Powell never farts.
Yeah, it smells like roses is what it is.
Mm-hmm, that's correct.
Hey, yesterday you were talking about that BPL bill. Isn't the government supposed to be here to protect us? Because you know that all that's going to mess up with the frequencies of the 911 calls.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Amen. Thanks a lot, Pally. 2 good points. 5670560, pound 560.
Surprised he didn't ask for tickets.
What?
Surprised he didn't ask for tickets also.
He wasn't even thinking about that. He just wanted to contribute to the show. That's what these people call for. You haven't been on the show long enough to understand our audience doesn't want to come and just suck around for freebies. They want to contribute something to the human race, to that vast audience we got out there. They want to point out some really interesting crap, okay?
Gotcha.
Some interesting... Right. Well, I better take a look at that real quick, because we're going to reach the point. I mean, like if he had 100 votes, I don't think based on what you know and here on the air, who do you pick as the most obnoxious person at WQAM? Mo Howard David at 198.
Absolutely.
Wow. He is just a monster in the broadcast industry. Hank's got 77. Screwan 40. I got 39. I'm right on Screwan's butt. George 26. Geldy 25. Oh, what did I say, Geldy? There's 5. There's 15. There's 20. Oh, I think I may have
you did
gone
one
over.
more. Yeah, you did one more.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Like I said, Geldy's got 26. Greg Reed 18. Freaky Carlos 14. Mad Dog's got 13. The Big has 10. Todd Rex 7. Fat Boy's got 5. Joe Rose 4. Clarence 3. Eddie K 3. Duffmeister's got 3. And poor Robert Creeper's only got a pair. Oh, to know him is to, wow, I can't believe that. Well, I shouldn't say that because you have to work with him every morning.
Well.
Right?
Yeah. I
don't want to create a problem there for you. You've already got a problem with the Mo Man.
No problem.
Now does Mo, because I asked Beast about this the other day, now does Mo speak to you when you,
yes.
come in to do Joe's show?
Yes.
And says,
good morning, how are you?
Really? Kind of like in a phony friendly way?
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
He's not mean to me.
WQAM, hello.
Oh, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, listen. One thing I got to say, you can't retire yet. You know, you're the only sanity left in
Who
South.
said I'm retiring?
No, you see, you got a countdown for your retirement. You can't retire, man. You can't do that to us.
Uh-huh.
Enough of the sulking. Two questions.
Yeah.
Didn't Condoleezza work for Daddy Bush? Was she a maid when he was in...
567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. See, that was so sad. The guy's a good guy. You can tell by the sound of his voice, a great guy. But number one, he starts sucking around really, really heavy duty. I mean, even the people at Kirby Vacuum Cleaner never saw suction like that. And then number two, he goes into a bad, funny line, you know? And like I said the other day, she isn't qualified to clean the toilets in the White House, and I really mean that. I'm not just saying that to be gratuitously, whatever. I just think she's obnoxious. She's an idiot. She's a bubblehead. She was so nervous, she was like a 10-year-old schoolgirl yesterday in the beginning of that testimony. She was visibly shaking.
Who, Dr.
Did you
Clark?
notice that?
Was that Dr. Clark?
Dr. Clark. She
Yeah.
was visibly shaking. Dr. Clark in the dark with that gigantic. And like I said the other day, it's a great thing she's got naturally that big gap between her two front teeth, because when you lie through your teeth, it's always great to be at the gap.
Why not?
12:56. We got 45,000 tickets. We're going to fill that stadium, man. Are they going to be surprised tomorrow night, huh?
I'm sure they will be.
No, they're going to have good crowds tonight, tomorrow, and then Sunday. Sunday's game is a 3:05 game,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Now, it's going to be about 87 at game time.
Probably.
So I would get out there because before May, about the middle of May, when it starts to get to like 95 in the shade, this is a great time to go, okay? So stay tuned because we got zillions of tickets that Zach just found in the, he was looking for the Afikoman and found 100 Marlin tickets.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. WQAM.
Star 1 to 2 hour. Hi, vey.
Making peace is hard to do. Don't take Jerusalem from me. How about 2 towns out of Galilee? We was afraid that you still hate Jews, 'cause making peace is hard to do.
I know that we used to fight. My little gun made people real uptight. What you are, it just won't do. How about the West Bank and Gaza too? It's true, you know that we don't want more bloodshed. My own people wish to unwrap my head. If this is all that you got, I'm afraid I might end up just like and once that. I never thought we would get this far.
Thought I was shaking hands with Ringo Starr.
Let's kill a pig and have a barbecue. 'Cause making peace is hard to do.
I can't eat pork, you schmuck.
It's 1 o'clock at 560 WQAM. Happy Easter, happy Pesach, happy whatever you're doing. Happy getting out of town for the snowbirds. Look at this. It says on this fax, Reykjavik, Iceland is awesome. You get to sit in the hot spring geothermal outdoor baths with good-looking semi-naked people sipping vodka or recuperating from the previous night's drinking. It's a great city, really. Best and shortest flights to Europe. I can't stand 8-hour flights, so a stopover in Iceland makes it easier, says somebody who's in the know. I like Iceland. You want to know why? Because when you're on the plane going to Europe, and they have the map that you get to see, the tracking map.
Yeah.
And when you get to Iceland, that means you ain't far away. Greenland and Iceland, man. But once you get past Iceland, then all of a sudden it's Ireland, and they start talking real funny, eh? This poll, man, really gets me upset. Here's the latest tracking poll. The Ipsos public affair poll. Bush 45%, Kerry 44%, and Nader 6%. How is that possible? 6% for Ralph Nader. People that haven't learned their lesson, including him. Man, does that frost my fat ass. Former President Jimmy Carter, and this fax you sent me is right. How can we leave the beast off that list?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And Zach, we'll put you on there too, because we don't want you to feel left out.
Oh, thanks.
Josh Cordes ain't going on there because nobody has any idea who he is yet. He hasn't been there long enough to be hated yet.
Been here a
It'll
while.
happen.
He's behind the scenes, that's why.
Zach needs to be on there, and also the Beast. Now, the Beast is in Boston right now, right?
Yes.
Say what you will, he's made his mark. Although he's never doing this show again. You can tell him that. He is just awful when he does this show.
Really?
You know, he's a good guy. We like the Beast personally, but everybody who works with him learns to hate him.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can almost understand Mo.
Absolutely.
And I say almost, even though he treated him like crap. But I can almost understand it because and then remember Pharrell?
Yeah.
All Pharrell ever said was, I gotta get rid of the Beast, I gotta fire him, he's terrible, he's awful. And he's right. He doesn't say anything, he just sits there and stuffs his face with food. That's all he does. Former President Jimmy Carter yesterday called the Bush administration's decision to wage war against Iraq ill-advised and unnecessary, adding that the resulting campaign has turned out to be a tragedy. He said even the Bee Gees never saw a tragedy like this. Even at Mount Sinai. The former Democratic president also said Bush's environmental policies are perhaps the worst in the nation's history. Oh, you know something? I can't play that bit anymore.
Nope.
The BG one?
Too much.
You don't even know what I'm talking about.
I think I've heard it before.
It's called Impacted Fart. Now let's see how much of it we can play, okay?
I was standing there one day, not thinking I would die from being able to make do.
We can see through
I
that.
should never eat McDonald's. A Big Mac must be trapped inside my bowels. How can you die from infected parts? Who let these butcher doctors in? Now my heart stopped. You schmucks at Sinai.
Now, do you hear that again? That thing is going again. Can we have a third false alarm here today?
No way.
I think this is an FCC conspiracy to interfere with the highly rated Neil Rogers show.
Absolutely.
That's what I think.
They found you.
Yep.
This is incredible. 3 in one day. We haven't had 3 false alarms. I've been here for 2 years now, on and off, and I can't believe that we could have 3 in one day. Listen carefully, folks. This could be the real one. Yep, there it goes. Yeah.
Sounds like my heart monitor.
Okay, here comes the announcement. No. So anyway, that's what Jimmy Carter had to say. I never did read what he had to say. He said the Bush environmental policies are perhaps the worst in America's history. He also blamed what he called Bush's pro-Israel policies for engendering animosity against America. And of course, he is
absolutely correct.
How come Jimmy Carter became so bright after he left the White House? You know, all of a sudden he got smart. Okay, we got 4 pairs still to give away, or did I give away 3?
No, you got 2. Yeah, 4 still.
4 still.
Still got 4. Okay, let's do it this hour, okay, before the building burns down. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing today?
Pretty good.
I just got an email from the union that I belong to, and basically it says that, it says that the Federal Election Commission or Communication or something has been asked by the Bushies for the unions for them to tell the unions not to put in their publications any anti-Bush messages that are out there. In other words, the unions are obviously pro-Democrat. So when they endorse Kerry and things like that, they're telling them they want this communications, the election commission to make it illegal for the unions to back one president or another.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't believe, I was so appalled when I read this that I just saying, if the Republicans don't believe that this country is turning into a bunch of we're being told what to do and turned in one direction, it's just driving me crazy. I'm just fed up with the whole thing.
Fascism alive, man.
It is. We're turning into a bunch of Nazis here.
Amen.
Can I get some tickets?
No. Now that thing is beeping again. I wonder if the guy's going to come on and say something, or if they're just trying to drive us crazy here today, because they're doing a hell of a good job. 3 for the price of 1. I'm positive that guy's going to come on momentarily and say, huh? Don't you think?
I hope so.
No, he's got to do it.
He's got to tell you
Come
what's
on,
going
get on the PA, Pally. Let us know what's going down here. Come on. Come on, man.
They told you it was just a warning first, right?
That'll teach you to open your mouth. I'm curious, how loud are those coming through? Pretty good?
Decent. We can hear him.
If you were sitting here, each time one of those babies goes off, you could like jump a foot right off your seat where you're sitting. And then that's it?
No more?
See, that's not acceptable. I think probably what this is like a little afterburn. Come on, let's go. Give us an announcement. So I know Zach and Josh are both excited about taking some calls and giving away those tickets.
So many tickets.
And so little time.
Yep.
5670560, pound 560. It's just maddening. You know, you're sitting here trying to like concentrate and pay attention to one thing, but in the back of your mind, you're thinking, well, you know, how can this be going on now 3 times? What do we got? A bunch of crazed Islamic fundamentalists down there in the parking garage just having a good time? Or maybe we just got a few drunks. Got a little too carried away after that awful hockey game last night. That could be it, eh? WQAM, hello.
Yeah, I'm not calling for the tickets, but I'm just surprised you don't have Joe Zagacki on the poll.
Okay, we got him on there now. Good point.
Joe Zagacki sucks, okay?
Thank you, sir. Joe Zagacki. We got to get him on, right? We don't want to leave Joe out. He wouldn't want to be the odd man out.
Nope.
Right?
Nope.
Now it stopped again. I don't hear no more beeping. I do hear, if you listen real carefully, you hear, see? They just threw a real quick one in there. Well, I sure wish right now, I wish I had those farting sounds, because it was just like a real quickie they threw in there. But we can't do that no more. No chance. Farting sounds and elimination, sounds of elimination. Oh, man. I'm serious, man. You folks don't get it. They're making it up as they go along, and it becomes broader and broader and more insane and more restrictive, and pretty soon you won't be able to. I guarantee you, one day soon I'll come on the air and say we can't say crap anymore. We cannot say that word anymore, right?
Crap.
Now they say that word on TV all the time.
Yeah, the TV's crazy.
Don't jump. Oh, look at that.
And tough on their
Speaking of crap, there's Dick Cheney. That was interesting. That's my psychic powers again. As soon as I said that, they showed Dick Cheney on there. Of course, that was old file footage because he's still back in the room somewhere, you know?
The bunker.
Back in the bunker with that shadow government he's running. Okay, the beeping stopped again. Are we safe? Okay, we better start giving some of these tickets away because I don't want to have any holding over. We don't want to give any to Curtis. Curtis, I'm sure, has got his own, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Curtis Stevenson filling in for the Mad Dog between 2 and 4 this afternoon. Curtis has got thousands. How many thousands?
About 30, man.
30,000 tickets to give away at 2. So if you don't get them from us, have no fear. Curtis is here. WQAM, hello.
Can I have some tickets?
Oh, yeah, we're going to give you a ticket, all right. We're going to give you a one-way ride, sweetheart. WQAM, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I'd love to get the Marlin tickets.
Would you? Well, no chance. No, I mean, I'm not, just some woman who would never call me in a million years. Oh, well, the women are afraid of you, Neil, and you've got all these women listening, or they're too busy, or they're busy looking for the, Kofi Annan or whatever it is. Likely story. This beeping thing they're doing now is just, maybe what's happening is they gotta reset the system. You think that could be it?
It's possible.
No.
No?
Or maybe there's like some massive outburst, fire on the, who knows? I don't know. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's Neil, please.
Speaking.
Yeah, Neil, look, I listen to the show all the time. I listen to QAM all the time. But this Saturday morning, this thing they have with the baseball cards. Well, when's Josh Gazzaro going to come clean and let Joe Costello come back in the air?
I don't know. All he did, he doesn't tell us anything. He just talks to Barry Jackass at the Herald. I don't know. All he did was make overtures about how he's considering putting him back on. And then I talked to Joe, and Joe said he hadn't heard a word or anything about it. Do you have any information that I'm not knowing about? No, nothing. Well, no. So in other words, the answer is no, or you just can't tell us.
No, I have no idea.
No, we have no idea. Joe hasn't heard nothing from him. So, you know, Greg trying to make himself look good, cover his ass, telling Barry Jackson, well, he's considering putting Joe on, because they probably got thousands and thousands of emails and calls, even though Clarence lied through his teeth and denied it, you know. I said, how many did you get? Oh, about 20. Yeah, right. Likely story. You're full of crap, Clarence, okay? See, the problem is that Joe isn't part of Clarence's little circle of friends like Zach and the Beast and Robert Grieper. Right?
Sure.
Now, if he would learn to play a little more hardball with you guys, then maybe maybe you get back in everybody's good graces. I don't know. Just be careful now, I'm telling you. Just be very, very careful. There's no, don't be playing fast and loose with any words, okay?
Oh, no. You turd.
That's another one. Turd, that'll be out next week. You'll see. Crap and turd, both going down the toilet. I mean, they're both going bye-bye. Based on what you know and here on the air, who do you pick as the most obnoxious person at WQAM? Mo Howard David, man, he's in a league of his own. 223.
Absolutely.
Wow. The Humper's got 85, the Hebrew Hammer. I moved into third place. I topped Screw Ann, 43. She's got 42. Jorge's got 29. Geldy, 27. Ah, 28.
Yeah, you did one more.
Well, I was thrown off by that beep there on that fire alarm thing. It's driving me nuts. Gregory, 21. The Big, 14. Freaky Carlo, she's got 14. Mad Dog, 13. Todd Reck has moved up nicely to 8, and believe me, you won't go wrong voting for that piece of crap. 547 votes. Fat Boy, Jeff High, 5. Joe Rose, 5. Eddie K, 4. Duff Muff has got 3. Clarence, 3. Zach, you already got 3. You just went on there.
All right.
Wow. Robert Grieper's got a pair. The Beast has got 1, who also just went on there. And poor Joe Zagacki. He don't have any yet. He also just went on, but he don't have any yet. He's, he's okay. Old penis face, Joe Zagacki. 12 minutes after 1 at 560 QAM.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Absolutely.
No hand, there's no need to feel down or have no feet. You can touch to the ground a new eyeball. So put your glass eyeball down. There's a place you can be happy. Platters. There's a special today or some fingers. It's double coupon day if you're buying less than 10 parts. You'll find you can use their new Express line. They sell the body parts at UCLA. They sell the body parts at UCLA.
All right.
They have everything from a thumb to a jaw. All you need is your own saw. You get your body parts at UCLA. All sorts of body parts at UCLA. You can get a new heart, even a naughty part. You can put it on your credit card.
116 at 560 WQM, all the beeping all the time, man. They're still banging away with that thing. Wouldn't you think that by now they'd have gotten on and said, well, we have a little problem resetting the alarm, and just don't panic, and everybody calm down.
Has there been an announcement yet? Like,
no.
Since the other one? Nothing
Absolutely
yet.
not. And every once in a while, when you least expect it, they're going, one of those.
There it is.
See that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, it's getting a little faster.
Like that.
Yep.
After long consideration, I've decided that the peninsula that comprises Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia, it's called Delmarva Peninsula, should be the site for a new Israel. What does that mean? It will only require us moving out about 800,000 people. I was originally considering Long Island, but the forced exodus of so many New York Italians would be too much of the burden on the rest of us. Do you have any idea what that means? No, I don't.
No.
It's a shot at somebody. Anyway, Jeff in Lake Worth says, I got banned for life from calling the Mr. Ego Show because I said, you can't spell bullshit without B-U-S-H, except I didn't say bullshit. I used the generic term. Also, I'd like to see a poll for a favorite television pet. Oh, God, Jeff.
Jeez.
Wow. And keep in mind, he called the Mr. Ego Show, so what does that tell you about Jeff? He's trying to say...
I have no line.
Right, we understand. You're not alone. 5670560. Now, we're going to get down to serious business, okay? We got 4 pear, or is that pears?
Pears.
No, pears you eat. You should know about that. Pears you eat. Pear
like
is
pears.
like grow a pear. We have 4 pair of Marlin tickets for tomorrow night's game against the Philadelphia Phillies. And anybody who calls in who sounds reasonable, who doesn't get carried away with this gratuitous grubbing and begging, I just can't deal with that. Conduct yourself like a mature human being, and maybe you might have a shot. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing today, pal?
Pretty good.
Hey, I had a idea I wanted to pass by you and get your opinion on.
Yes?
I think that to become, President of the United States, Commander-in-Chief of the most powerful military out there, don't you feel that there should be at least a minimum of 4 years spent in one of our 4 branches of the military?
No.
No?
How many years did Franklin Roosevelt spend in the military?
I don't know, but that's the way I feel.
He was elected 4 times, and a lot of people think he was our greatest president.
Yeah, but at least you would have some experience in what the military is, and at least the ranks and everything.
Yeah, but you see, that's why great presidents surround themselves with great secretaries of defense and secretaries of state and great military men. The president has to be more than just one-dimensional.
Very true. Very true. But that was just my thought.
And a bad one, but thanks anyway. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. How many years military service did Bill Clinton have? You following this? Or has he passed out again? Has he just fallen on the floor?
I'm trying to listen to the beeps. Sorry.
No, forget about the beeps. See, I'm doing a show, and yet I'm maintaining a focus here, but you are so easily distracted by little sounds.
I still can't believe it's going on.
What do you mean by that?
I can't believe it's still...
It's only been going on for an hour and a half now or something like that?
But there's been no one telling you what's going on.
No, there's no announcement now. This just goes, it's like the Chinese water torture treatment is what this is. Just goes on and on and on and on. We're doing a duet now. I don't know. And listen, I'll guarantee you at 2 o'clock I'm racing out of this building, okay? Just forgetting about the fire thing, because I'm sure it's another false alarm, but just to get away from this madness, this insanity. Stop. Can't take it no more.
That's when they'll give you the announcement when you leave.
Yep.
Yeah, right, about a minute till 2. Oh, we're sorry, but we've had a malfunction at the junction and Uranus.
It'll be fixed shortly.
Your mama. WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, I am.
I'm calling about the rabbit bandit.
Right.
Through no fault of my own, I was born and raised in Newport Richie. And
I'm so
I have
sorry.
To say, thanks. I ran away from home when I was 16. My father was good friends and still is good friends with most of the cops up there. They go hunting together and all that good stuff. It's Newport Richie is 75% elderly, 5% migrant workers, and the rest are all backwoods, bigoted bow hunks.
Sounds like the west coast of Florida to me.
Absolutely. Just stay on 75. Don't make any stops. Keep going. But I wanted to say that the story just doesn't even surprise me. There's a lot more that goes on that you don't even hear about.
I'm sure of that.
Neil?
Yes?
My mom actually let my little brother come down to visit me for Easter vacation.
Yeah?
Could I take him to the Marlins?
Sure, no problem. Hang on. Now, see, no, the only reason I'm doing that is because she's from Newport Richie and I feel so sorry for her.
I knew that was coming, though.
What?
You could feel that in the
of course
call.
it was coming. You don't think we're getting like any... Now, we did have the one guy who gave us Joe Zagacki, which we overlooked for the poll, which shame on us, and he was great. He wasn't sucking around for any freebie or anything like that. If they don't stop with this beeping over here, I'm going to start my own damn fire, okay? No, seriously, I mean, this is insanity.
I can't believe it's...
I'm going to sue this damn building. These people are crazy. You just can't let this go on and on and on, hour after hour after hour. We may have to evacuate. Oh, did I say that? Oh, sorry, Michael Powell.
Oops.
I wonder if I threw that away, if I Schmidt canned that story. I probably did. I guess I did, about the Stern fine.
Want me to send it again?
No.
All right.
What do you mean send it? You didn't send it in the first place.
We have one of the Stern papers here.
No, I don't want to go over it again. But it's just the way they describe these things as if it was so outrageous and so, oh my goodness, can you believe? They're so indignant over the filth and perversion and disgusting things that have invaded just like John Ashcroft, that comment he made about pornography. It's like everywhere it's invading and it's, oh, brother. You talk about a throwback to the Stone Age, and the public is sitting around like, please, somebody throw us an anchor. We're drowning over here, okay? Man. Now, how many we got left? We got 3 left.
Yes.
See, I timed this out pretty well, right?
Yeah, why not?
So in the next 10 minutes, we'll give away one. Or no, maybe the next 15 minutes, we'll give away one. Then the next 20 minutes or so, we'll have a two pair.
Whoa.
A 2-pack. Tell you one thing, it's the holidays, man. Like I said, now this is almost the end of the show on Friday. This is always the worst week of the year. in terms of listener response and anybody being in town. Because once it comes Easter and Pesach, baby, and once all of this stuff goes down, all the snowbirds bail out. Everybody who's got vacation time coming, the kids are out of school, they bail out. So it hasn't really been that bad.
Well,
except when the Beast was there, it was not too great.
Everyone else is looking for the Afikoman.
Now I'm listening. I hear somebody crawling around in the hallway. Oh, wait a minute.
That was like a half beep.
Like that. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
How are you today, Neil?
Pretty good.
Wow, I actually got two. I'm surprised. That's a great thing. I figured all the schnorrers would be calling, grabbing up your tickets.
What a shame that would be, huh?
Yeah, that'd be something I'd say.
They are. They're trying.
I'm home for spring break. I'm a school teacher, and I'm home and I'm enjoying your show. I just wanted to call you and tell you that I have a kind of a problem with the school system. If we could change channels here for just a second, would that be okay?
Go ahead.
Well, I'm an elementary school teacher, and they're paying us about $35,000 a year to teach kids. And
oh my God!
You know, and I'm sitting here reading the paper today about one of the baseball players that's not wanting to sign because he's only getting $3.7 million a year for the
isn't that a shame?
Boston Red Sox.
Uh-huh.
And I, you know, when you see all the kids wearing all the jerseys and this and that, you know, they're superheroes and so forth, and it just irritates the living crap out of me. And I'm just having a real tough time with it. And I was just, and then I see this crap with Condoleezza on the television, and you know, she seemed like she had never talked in front of an audience of more than two people in her entire life. She was sitting there shaking, and you couldn't hardly understand what the hell the lady was saying.
Right.
I don't know. I just don't get that. I'm going to ask straight up if I could have a pair of tickets. I'd love to go to the game. I've got a bunch of little kids of my own, and I'd like to take them if I could.
Well, you can't take them all. You can take one.
That would be great if I could do that.
Unless you're going to buy the rest of your tickets. Okay, hang on, Pally, hang on.
Thank you.
See, now, he told us a real good sob story. We don't know if it's true or not, if he's really a teacher. Who knows? I have no idea.
No, it worked, though. It worked.
But it worked with me because I'm a softie. The guy's a school teacher, and I feel that teachers are treated like crap, which is why we got so many stupid people in America, which is why it's so undereducated, why we have so many functionally illiterate people running around going like that. In fact, in America, most of them are going either like, or...
I have no line.
Or both.
I have no line.
Like that. Or, and the other two. Seriously, if this stuff don't stop in the next few minutes, I don't know, I maybe do something rash, you know?
Uh-oh.
Like just go out on the balcony and close the thing behind me.
Oh, that works.
Well, at least I won't be able to hear that crap anyway, you know? Based on what you know and hear on the air, who do you pick as the most obnoxious person at WQAM? You know, I'm thinking of another thing, too, before I get back to the poll. This is a legal holiday in Canada, okay?
Uh-huh.
So most people don't have to work today. So people who ordinarily wouldn't be in this building on a Friday, they'd be working, having a life, doing something, they're here today.
Yep.
You know, some that might have even wanted to sleep in real late, you know, or whatever the deal is. And now they're like a captive audience with just insanity going on. I think it's a George Bush plot.
It might be.
I think he's trying to get even with Chrétien, and he's not even in office anymore. Anyway, Mo Howard David, he's the winner. I mean, you know, we got the whole weekend to go, but nobody's going to touch Mo. And what a thought that is. 238. The Humper, the Hebrew Hammer's got 97. Neil Rogers, 47 for yours truly. I'm moving on up. Screwan, 43. George has got 32. Geldy, 28. Oh, no. There's 7. Now, what was that?
That was another 7 because I counted the one as double.
14. Did it.
There you go.
Geldy's got 28. Greg Reed, 21. Mad Dog, 16. The Big, 15. Freaky Carlos, 15. Todd Rex got 8. Joe Rose, 6. Fat Boy, Jeff High has got 5. Joe Zagacki, 5. The Beast, 4. Zach, you're moving on up. You're tied with the Beast, so evidently they're voting by the pound.
Nice.
The Beast and Zach have 4 apiece. Eddie K's got 4. Clarence, 3. The Duffmeister's got 3. And the Greepmeister, Robert Creeper's got only 2 out of 597. Which I guess they don't know him that well.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Only in the Banana Republic, baby. Only in Miami.
In theaters now, Lord of the Onion Rings.
You're a fat idiot.
Give me some food. I want food. Cheeseburgers, pizza, onion rings.
Cheeseburger, 2 Pepsi, 1 cheese.
Cheeseburger, 2 Pepsi, 1 cheese.
Oh, loneliness and cheeseburgers are a dangerous mix.
Chopping onions can be a chore.
He's fat and stupid.
I'm not fat. Shut up, fat boy.
Lord of the onion rings.
Your good friend is morbidly obese.
Damn, dude, I'm huge.
I want to gain so much weight, Richard Simmons comes to my front door.
Can I show you a little magic?
You're sick. That's disgusting.
Oh, here comes the announcement finally. Come on, Pally. You can do it.
Sounded
Can you
like
believe
Goldie.
that?
Yeah, it
He
sounded
just
like Goldie.
this schmuck down there just got on the PA and went like that once. Come on, spit it out, man. That ain't it. Anyway, 28 till 2. He gave us like a false sense that he was actually going to say something. Like we apologize because we've destroyed all your lives and your brains are scrambled. But he didn't do that. This has got to be sabotage, right?
Of course, it has to.
This has got to be an FCC plot. They probably are like at the border doing something.
They found you.
5670560. Now, how many pair we got to give away in this last 28 minutes? We better move real fast. 2 pair?
2 more, yeah.
Like I said, take our time. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Neil, happy Good Friday to you.
Back to you. Happy Sukkot.
Did you eat your fish today?
No.
No.
Not even any macaroni
Your
and
bacala.
cheese. No,
Got
no
any
bacala. Get lost. 5670560. See, now that's what is called a really textbook lame attempt. See what I'm saying?
Yep.
Lame attempt. No conversation, no...
I have no life.
No life, just nothing. Before he leads up to his shameless... See, that's why this is so bad. But it did help us kill a couple of hours, though.
Sure.
Thank goodness. Now, I don't hear any more beeping going on, do you?
Nope.
They may have taken just a little bit of a pause. Maybe they finally got it fixed. Maybe momentarily the guy's going to come on and say something. You think?
I hope so, for your sake.
Boy. I've never encountered... I mean, this has been... What time did this start? About 10 to 11?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It was in the 10:58 break. And now here it is 1:30. It's like 2.5 hours later. WQAM, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good?
Listen, I can't make up my mind between Mo Howard David or Joe Sagaki.
Yeah.
And I've
Well,
been
think about it real hard, okay? Sit down on a throne and think about it real hard. Take a good magazine. Maybe one that's got a picture of both of them on it, and then look at one and look at the other one. Look at that muskrat on Mo's head, and then look at old penis face. And decide for yourself which one you find most obnoxious. He's having a difficult time. 5670560. We may have a difficult time just giving these last 2 pair away, okay? It's got to be somebody a little bit better than this last pair we had on the phone.
Yes.
Very, very weak. Shameless. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how's it going?
Pretty good?
I got to tell you, what a pleasure it is to be back in sunny South Florida. I'm visiting once-a-year visit from wonderful Raleigh, North Carolina,
Oh, I'll be damned.
home of the Carolina Hurricanes.
Uh-huh.
They suck. Hey, I would like to hear a celebrity update. Whatever happened to Ann Bishop and Sally Fitz?
Ann Bishop's dead, and Sally Fitz in Chicago is where she fits these days. And Sally said, that's the answer to your question, sir. Have a great time. Oh, wait a minute. There's a different kind of a sound. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
There was a different sound there. I think it was... Oh, it was it. Oh, and that's what this is. These are FCC bleeps.
Yeah.
I thought this was still part of that phony fire alarm they had before. This is... Yeah. Will the real bleeper please stand up? Man, this is madness. When I go downstairs, I'm going to just bitch them out in the lobby. Not that they got anything to do with it, but just out of... All right, here we go. Here's the end of the world, folks.
Tonight we are a country awakened to danger and called to defend freedom. Called to defend freedom.
Oh, I was really wanting to play.
Just a reminder for our radio listeners that the end of the world is going to come next Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. And the Department of Health has requested homeowners to unplug all electrical appliances, turn off radios and TV sets, and disconnect gas stoves and furnaces. The post office recommends that you mail early in the day. And for those with automobiles, alternate side of the street parking will be suspended. That's the end of the world next Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. Mark it down.
Okay, mark it down. 24 till 2. In fact, mark it on your hand like in Memento, right? Did you see that?
Yeah. I saw bits and pieces. I didn't see the whole movie.
Well, why not? Well, if you see bits and pieces, you can like tape them together, and like watch it from the beginning.
Yeah, I got that's what I do.
Or if you have the DVD, you can like check out the Easter eggs on it.
The what?
Here's another guy that don't know about Easter eggs. I bet you Josh knows what those are.
The extra stuff?
The extra stuff. There's extra things that you can see, but you're not supposed to know about them. If you go to EasterEggs.com on the Internet, you'll find a listing of all the different movies and what they have to do to be able to see, like Memento, from front to back in real chronological order, as opposed to back-asswards.
That's great.
Because I did watch it from front to back, and it makes just a little more sense.
Just a little.
5670560. Let's give away a couple of pair of tickets so that these poor schleppers out there get off our back, and maybe that beeping will stop, but I have my doubt. WQAM, hello.
Hi, is this Uncle Neil?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, how are you today?
Pretty good.
I just wanted to say that you're my hero because you played the Pope Smoke Dope on
Right.
Good Friday, man.
Amen. Glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I wanted to just give a book I wanted to recommend to Neil.
Go right ahead. You're talking to him.
Oh, this is Neil?
Speaking.
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good.
You got a book named, it's called The Creature of Jekyll Island.
Okay.
Did you ever read it?
No. What kind of a book is that?
Well, it's really a story. It goes back to the Federal Reserve System and how it was started and everything like that.
Uh-huh.
And how fractional banking is destroying us, and it's really interesting. I think you'd really get a kick out of it.
Okay, thanks a lot. Sounds a little bit ponderous to me, but I'll check it out. What do you say, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Island? 567, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Based on what you know and hear on the air, who do you think is the most obnoxious person at WQAM? Mo Howard David at man 249. He's taking a bum rap. Here's the announcement. Please. No Schmidt. We're experiencing technical difficulties.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. So in other words, they can't shut the damn thing off.
No,
See, what happens in these buildings, well, you're familiar with this. After the fire alarm goes off, and it's almost 99% of the time a phony deal, then they can't shut the damn thing off.
No, forever.
Technician has been dispatched, and he's coming by. He's on a pony right now. Well, there he is out there, but he's on his way to the ACC to try to take some goals for the Leafs for tomorrow night. Come on, get serious. I wonder if we got that game in an hour thing on right now. No, it's Leafs lunch.
But, Pat Quinn's job is at stake here.
But there's Bill Waters, who used to be the Leafs GM, now big fat Bill Waters, and now he's a broadcaster. Isn't that amazing how everybody gets canned to become a broadcaster?
Yeah, why
well,
not?
He's pretty good, though. He's got a big mouth. Nice going, Bill. Maybe we could put you in charge now. Don Cherry ripping the hell out of Pat Quinn last night for having a wrong penalty. Killers out there. Callie Johansson, about 110 years old and looking at every year of it last night. Pretty bad, Callie. Go back to Sweden, eh? Now, when we come back, we're going to give away a couple of pair real fast, okay? No more diddling around because we're running out of time. We got Curtis Stevenson for the Mad Dog at 2, the Hebrew Hammer at 4. He's not going to be mucking around today. Marlins on deck at 7 o'clock. Marlins host the Philadelphia Phillies at 7:35 as they look to make it 3 wins in their first 4 games tonight at the PP Park. Eddie K after baseball tonight.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Scotland. Return to Scotland. A bunch of people in Europe looks at my family tree. Turns out the Presleys all come from same place as Sean Connery. And now I'm gonna return to Scotland like my granddad. I'll play the bagpipes, I'll wear plaid, I might go golfing, eat some haggis. I'll look for a monster who lives away up in Loch Ness. So now I'm moving to the Highlands, I'll get Graceland rebuilt. Can you wear my gold jumpsuit? I'll look funny in a kilt. 'Cause now I'm gonna return to Scotland. That's where I'm from. So is Lisa Marie, but not Michael Jackson. Here I go. Return to Scotland. I'll go by boat out by the sea. Here's what I'll do. I'll wear a kiltie with nothing underneath. Oh, where's the sheep, eh? Return to Scotland.
Rectum.
Here, girl.
144 at 560 WQAM. Let's get to these calls right away and give away 2 more Pyramid. Everybody happy for the holidays. What do you say?
Oh!
See, if you would have really had for us a whole lot of tickets like you said before, then I wouldn't have to be playing games with these people and feeling so bad about it.
Yep.
Don't you think I feel bad?
I'm sure you do a little bit.
No.
No?
WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Wow, first time I ever get to talk to you.
All right.
Neil, I'm calling because I want to put a name on the list.
Yes?
All right, that's Kim Bocamper.
Why would you say that? How could Kim Bocamper be obnoxious?
Oh God, is that his? It must be his. I don't know, like his face on TV. I mean, I don't know. It's probably like a mental thing. And also, I also want to put a future poll. Who's your favorite past WQAM host?
Well, you know who's going to win that.
Who?
Pharrell.
Thanks, Neil.
Okay. How do you like that? He didn't want any tickets.
Wow.
How do you like that? You want no tickets? Come on, let's go to those Marlin tickets. Let's go. Who's got the big D and the big rack? Come on.
What? Well, that's all he ever said, basically. I don't want to pick on him now that he's in Atlanta, but, you know, it's basically all he ever...
Yeah, Pharrell. Who's got the big rack? Come see me at the ballpark. Come see me at Uncle Funny's. Come see me get fired.
Oh, man, how did he talk like that?
I don't know.
And nobody believes me, but that's exactly he talked. I mean, nobody could put that on.
No, you're right. When I went out, in September, he took me to Vegas with him to do the show out there, and no one believed him out there. That was his real voice. And he lived out there for a while, I guess.
Trust me when I tell you, that was it. Okay, let's hurry up here and get this done. WQAM, hello. Hello.
Yeah, Neil, please.
Yes, sir, speaking.
Yeah, for your poll, all of the above.
Okay, thanks. Oh, that was Pete Bolger. WQAM, hello.
Hey, I never call you. I just listen. I'm trying to get some Marlin tickets.
Okay, hang on.
Thanks.
See? How do you like that when you least expect it? Well, the other guy before him, see, that's what made him look good. You got that guy there on 7, Josh?
Yeah, he's got him.
Oh, man. I did that little Pharrell thing there for about 10 seconds, and I'm just gagging.
That's it.
Holy crap.
That's all you need.
My goodness. Is that what it takes?
That's all it takes.
I don't know about that. You're a bunch of liars.
He was fun, but, man, a little bit too dangerous for us.
He was a good guy.
So what do you think? Do you think that now that Chief Channel made it official, do you think now Greg would put Stern on starting Monday morning, right?
Yeah, followed by Pharrell.
That's right, Pharrell. And I could do just noon to 2 sounds good.
Yeah. I told George, when he filled in to start doing that Pharrell voice, he wouldn't listen to me because he did it very well. Some people can do that and they can keep talking. I get all like that. But he did pretty good. So maybe this summer when I have my 2-a-days there, my 2-and-alls and 2-a-days, maybe George can do the fill-ins.
In Pharrell's voice, get about a 15 share.
Oh, my God. I can't imagine him doing that for 4 hours.
Now, this article you just sent me from one of our listeners from Mark in Miami, the battle the U.S. wants to provoke. This goes on and on. Make no mistake, talking about what's happening in Iraq today. This is not the civil war that Washington's been predicting will break out between Sunnis, Shias, and Kurds. It's a war provoked by U.S. Occupation Authority and waged by its forces against the growing number of Shia who support Muqtada al-Sadr. Sadr is the younger, more radical Yadi that goes on about this one and that one, and on it goes. And what does this say? Oh, here's where you've got a couple of stars on here. On Sunday, all these explosive forces came together when thousands of demonstrators filled Firdos Square. On one side of the plaza, a couple of kids climbed to the top of the building, took a knife to a billboard advertising Iraq's new army. On the other side, U.S. forces pointed tanks at the crowd, while a loudspeaker told them that demonstrations are an important part of democracy, but blocking traffic will not be permitted. At the front of the square was the statue that the Americans put up in place of the toppled one of Saddam. Its faceless figures are supposed to represent the liberation of the Iraqi people. Today they're plastered with photographs of Muqtada al-Sadr. Whatever the point of that is, okay? Okay, thanks, Mark. You killed about 45 seconds from The Guardian, which always has pretty good stuff, but usually not there. 148 at 560 QM. When we come back, that last pair, and then Zach and Josh are going to sing till 2 o'clock.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Friday, you bastard.
Good morning, Americans. It's Paul Harvey. Stand by for news. While out one morning in the park, a jogger found a brand new tennis ball, and seeing no one around it might belong to, he slipped it into his pocket in his shorts. Later, on his way home, he stopped at the pedestrian crossing, waiting for the lights to change. A girl standing next to him eyed the large bulge in his shorts. What's that? She asked, her eyes gleaming with lust. Tennis ball, said the man. Oh, said the girl sympathetically, that must be painful. I had tennis elbow once. Now page 2. A Chinese man arranges for a hooker to come to his room for the evening. Once in the room, they undress, climb into bed, and make love. When finished, the Chinese man jumps up, runs over to the window, takes a deep breath, dives under the bed, climbs out the other side, jumps back into the bed with the hooker, and commences to repeat his performance. The hooker is impressed with the gusto of the second encounter. When finished, the Chinese man jumps up, runs over to the window, takes a deep breath, dives under the bed, climbs out the other side, jumps back into the bed with the hooker, and begins again. The hooker is amazed that this sequence is repeated 4 times. I'll say it again, 4 times. During the 5th encounter, she decides, I'll try this myself. So when they're done, she jumps up, goes to the window, takes a deep breath of fresh air, dives under the bed, and finds 4 Chinese men. Paul Harvey. Good day.
153 at 560. Always love that Paul Harvey. Not. He's still on the air, I think, isn't he?
Not sure.
Got to be 110 years old. Anyway, here's the, we'll give away one more pair, right? Have we got one more pair to give away?
That's right.
That's what I thought. See how I keep track? See, I don't want to give away a bunch of stuff we don't have, like Zach was trying to get me to do.
What do you mean?
Oh, we got, like you said in the beginning of the show, we got tons of tickets, no problem. Give away 400 pair.
Millions.
Well, that'll serve them right, all them freeloaders anyway.
Yeah, why not?
Plus, of course, the people that do have to come to the station have to meet and cavort with Freaky Carlos out there, so that's punishment enough for being a freeloader.
Yes.
Based on what you know and here on the air, who do you pick as the most obnoxious person at WQAM? Mo Howard David, man, is he a monster, huh?
Absolutely.
263. Just when we thought Mo, the old man, was slipping a little bit. Hank, the Hebrew Hammer, 104. A strong second, but not in Mo's league. I got 51. Scran got 45. George, 38. Geldy, 31. I'm not playing those things, okay? 31 of those. Just the one. In fact, he's got... No, wait a minute.
About 30, man.
Plus, there you go, 31. Well, that was a lot easier, wasn't it?
A lot easier, you're right.
Oh, I couldn't handle it. Greg Reed, 25. Freaky Carlos, 19. The Mad Dog, 17. The Big, 16. We're talking now obnoxious. Todd Dreck, there's obnoxious for you. Just look him up in the dictionary. His picture's next to it. 9. Joe Zagacki, 8. Joe Rose, 6. Zach, you got 5.
Yes.
Just moved ahead of the beast.
Nice.
Well, what's wrong with that?
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Jeff High, Fat Boy, 5. Eddie DeKay, 4. The Beast, 4. Clarence, 3. Duff's got 3. And Robert Creeper is stuck on 2 out of 658 because they haven't got any idea who the hell that is.
That's the only
Probably
reason
just
why.
as well, okay?
Yep.
Just look up Hermann Goering's picture in the encyclopedia. You'll see it. Oh, line 9. Must be a pretty good call. QAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good?
Good, good. Most obnoxious, that guy you had for a while, Scott Jr.?
Yeah, but he's already given his notice. He's history.
Man, good, man, good. Hey, I have a quick question, man. I live up in Orlando, and there's some right-wing nut job up here, and he'll never disclose his ratings. How can I get to see what his ratings are?
Who's that?
A guy named Shannon Burke?
Never heard of him.
Yeah, he's some right-wing loser. How do I know what his ratings are? Where can I look that up?
Can't.
Can't?
Well, I mean, I don't know if they're actually, they make them public, but what station is he on?
WFLA 540?
Oh, that FLA?
Yeah.
Well, that must be like a farm team of FLA in Tampa, right?
No, it's out of Orlando, I think. No, I think it is Tampa.
Yeah, but it comes out of Tampa.
Oh, okay.
FLA is 970. Look up Arbitron.com and look at the different markets, and maybe they'll have it on there for you. Okay, I doubt it, but look it up. Keep them off the street, right? We better hurry. We got another pair of tickets to give away.
Yes, yes.
But just relax, okay? We can take care of it. WQM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Am I speaking to Neil?
Sounds like you. And me.
How you doing? Great show. Hey, listen, I want to see what's up with the Marlins tickets. I wanted to take my son, man. I've never been to a game, so what's up?
You're, when you get your phone fixed, maybe I'll consider, okay? Anybody with a phone like that has to take care of it, priorities in order, right? Get a new phone, then we'll work on it next time. WQM, hello.
Yeah, hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I saw a couple of great bumper stickers, and I think you'd love one of each.
Okay.
One says nobody died when Clinton lied.
Right.
And the other one says protect the environment, plant a bush back in Texas.
Beauty, I like it.
I would like one of each of those, and we love you, love to have you on the air. Too bad you don't reach more people. Maybe this country would turn around.
I wish.
Get back where it belongs.
Thanks, Pally.
Went to the game last night. Loved
Yes.
it. When was the last time you saw a major league pitcher go 3 for 3?
Incredible.
So take the tickets if you got them. If not, give them to someone more deserving. We love you, and have a great life.
Thanks a lot, Pally. Well, I'm not going to give it to him because he went to the game last night. So he's a great caller. I appreciate the lick job. You're a good guy, but I'll give him to somebody else. Like maybe somebody on line 7. QAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, is this Neil?
Yes, it is.
Neil God, how you doing, sir?
All right.
Hey, I haven't been listening to you guys, man, so, and I just listened to today because I got in a car with a radio in it, and I heard you guys are giving away some Marlin tickets.
Yeah. Do you want to pair?
What is it, what can I do to,
Habla inglés? Huh?
What's that?
Habla inglés?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hang on then. You got him.
All
you
right.
got a pair.
Thanks.
See, there's a guy, he don't even know who the hell I am, but that's okay, he's got it. No, give it to him. He sounds like he needs it, like he just got off the banana boat. Another guy that called before, he said they were at the game last night, and he felt like he was kind of guilty, asking, right?
Of course.
And rightfully so. How come I hear like an echo now? Is that just me, or is that... I think my brains are fried, and you notice that beeping is still going on.
Yes.
I've become so used to it by now, it's like part of my brain. Oh, man. This is definitely the George W. Bush torture treatment they're giving me here today. Make no
Yes, it
mistake.
is. They found you, I told you.
Oh, brother. Anyway, here's a couple of things going on this weekend. Join Geldy tonight. In fact, you can squeeze him and he goes, yeah. Just poke him in the ribs. He goes, like that. Throw a rotten tomato at him. He goes, join Geldy tonight 6 to 8 at the Davy Quarterdeck at 3155 South University Drive. Stop by for Amstel Light specials. Win some Marlin tickets. If you missed out with us, you got a chance with Geldy. And register to win a trip for 2 to WQAM Iceland Open Golf Tournament in June. Probably in Reykjavik. Get your licks in Reykjavik. And join George tomorrow afternoon from noon until 2 at Celluland, an authorized Verizon Wireless store at 4410 West 16th Avenue in Hialeah. Stop by for more Marlin tickets. I guess that's your last shot. Although probably on the air. We're going to be, wouldn't you think, all weekend long?
I'm sure.
Huh? Is this going to be a regular thing now that the the Marlin fans have gotten so gung-ho?
Of course, everyone wants to go now.
Everybody's into it now. Oh, man, that's the hottest ticket in town. We want to go see the Marlins. So anyway, George will have some of those for you tomorrow. And, that's right, in Hialeah, no less, and some other prizes, too, like a one-way ticket back where you came from. Anyway, that's going to do it for us. Pretty good week here, Zach. Not bad. Josh, of course, as usual, continuing to a learning experience. A magnificent job, except for a little bit of the spelling. Nobody's perfect, okay? And just quit embarrassing Eric is what he said.
It was my
Curtis
pleasure,
Stevenson,
Neil.
Adelaide's grandson, coming up next for the Mad Dog at 2.
Bye. The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
I don't care what Mommy says about the meat. Daddy says shut up and keep on chewing.
Oh, my God.